All right, Wayseeker's trolling already. Hasn't even started the show yet. Already trolling, at least. We're gonna have an interesting show. Compact again. We're trying the new format. We're going through news, or as we just said, the Wayseeker trolling segment, because that's all it is. Then we've got a couple things. We've been putting together this list of kind of rare books and send those from DH, and I will just let you know that now we have two Wayseeker trolling things, because what Wayseeker does on this segment is eventually this will be all added into an index. So and we will follow it gradually to see how it goes, to see if you should be buying these books. Maybe if you should sell them at a certain point in time, maybe you should hold them. But what Wayseeker is doing is he's trying not to have a collective group, maybe not even have some of the best books that are rare that will, when they do pop, they pop well. He's just trying to sell the cheapest books that he can get on the list so that every week he can have a new like update to his list. So it's not the same update all the time. I figured it out. I know what's going on. Watch that segment, because we need you to vote to just tell Wayseeker stop the trolling. All right.
Well, he's trying to sell books because behind all those books.
Those are the ones he wants on the index of the books behind him. Yeah. The title today was should we pump this book or should we dump this book? And I thought it was just too close of a hit to home to Wayseeker and his agenda. So there we go with that. That might be the title next week. Also, JJ's back with canceled Star Wars stuff. He says he's got a super secret special one in there. And we're going to cover comics a new way. I know we've got a little bit of feedback that we were going to give up on covering comics because they're kind of crappy. But we also got feedback that people are like, no, they're still not going to buy any of these Star Wars comics, so they do actually want to know what's inside. So we're going to kind of try to have halfway meet both sides of the groups to figure it out. Okay. Let's say hi to the chat. Darth Ruben Rogerson. What's up, Ruben? Star Wars Sunday with the Dark Side Crew. Probably the only YouTube channel that wanted a second season of Acolyte. I think we might get into that. Hi. By the way, two people on that side of the room were super wrong. Hi, thumbs up.
Back after D23. I admitted I was wrong.
Sunday Crew, let's be having you. Wait, Sunday Crew, let's be having you. What? Cheers.
Strong beers.
Strong beers.
Strong beers. Okay.
I'll take a Guinness or a nice oatmeal stout.
Nubs first, second, and third appearance should be trash.
What about the fourth one? Fourth is good though, right?
Fourth's terrible. Hey, Mr. Appleman. Oh, sorry, Dwayne Scott. Hey, Mr. Appleman. Hi, everyone. Hi. Everybody's laughing. What's up, Brian? Damien. Hello, guys. And Marco. You're right about. Oh, yeah, I'm right about Coward BK. He is a coward. Yes.
Yep.
Ed saying hi for the algorithm. What happened with Coward BK this time? Ed, hi. Thank you for saying hi for the algorithm. Books Wayseeker has on eBay. Yeah, that's the next title. Books Wayseeker has on eBay. Did he die or did I?
I think you did for a second. I know.
You did for a minute.
There we go. Got it. I caught it. All right. Books Wayseeker has an eBay. There it is. Scanning eBay for Wayseeker. Yeah. Wayseeker's name. There you go. Happy Sunday to you too. So let's get into the troll.
We got a lot of news, so it'll be a lot. Sorry, Dom. This is not going to be a pleasant week for you. But right off the bat.
Oh, Dom, did you hold on? Time out. Did you write your second chapter, or are we giving you one more week?
I wrote a little bit more to it. I have certain parts. I didn't get the chance to do a lot of it, but I did.
That's all right. I think we need it portioned out a little bit. Like
there's a little something in my canceled projects too that's going to help Dom's writers.
And I rewrote Dom's project too, so to make it better. So
no, you're not supposed to make it better. No, hold on. Get this shit out of here. Wait, hold on. No. Now I'm going to
like when they bring in two script writers.
No. You don't need to bring anything in here. And this is also something I like to make clear. And I did cuss Dub out for this. I am helping Dom when I stop him because he gets to a point where if you let Dom, and everybody knows this, we love Dom, but if you let him say, you know what I'm saying, because that's what they're saying, because people are saying, that becomes a repeat thing, and you have to stop him and reset him. Okay? And then you let him go again. So that's what I do. It's not letting him cook. He just it's like, every once in a while, you ever have a CD that got stuck and it kept going on repeat and you had to punch the CD player and then it kind of skips it to like the next song or whatever. That's what it is. It's just like that.
But sometimes you need to stop Dom from cooking. He just puts too many ingredients in the pot.
I'm better. Look, I am better by doing one part at a time. And I worked on 2 parts.
So I tried to cut him off. Yeah.
2 small parts. I hopefully fixed a couple of things that could actually.
You cut out Maul. I cut out Maul in my version.
No, he's still in it. But the fact that
you can't have Maul with canon.
I fixed
Good
it. Don't worry about it. We'll talk about it.
Hey, don't worry about it. I'm coming to SNS this week. It's been planned for a month. I'm coming this week to SNS, so we have 8 problems. You know,
I like how this is like a real Hollywood drama here. Like Marco's like the studio executive giving notes. Wayseeker's like Dom's like the established script writer, and the Wayseeker's like the hot young gun script writer.
Yeah, trying to get in there and get
redo
pieces.
his work and get it.
Get there.
Good. It's like real Hollywood drama in here.
I mean, Disney always cancels the first person and brings in somebody else. So
I'm guaranteeing you, if I bring somebody else in, it's not going to be you, Wayseeker. But as Dom acknowledges, that's exactly the same thing I was saying.
If I'm going to bring somebody in, JJ's coming in.
No,
because
JJ was no part of your.
No, listen. I understand that I was a little overwhelmed last week. So let this be straight that I have a couple of cool parts that I'm going to put out, and then next week I'll add another element to the story. So that's all I'm trying to do. I just try to keep, folks. I'm telling you, if we do not keep him on pace, it becomes something. It becomes something. All right. Well, let's get to news now, so we can see the something that is Dom. All right. Listen.
All right. Right off the bat.
Acolyte is God, who could have seen this coming?
Dead. No season 2.
Yeah, so I think we need to regrade right now, and I'm going from where I have them at, like, was it 4? I'm now downgrading Acolyte to a fucking 2 because that ending was dog shit.
Oh, 4 out of 5.
It had nothing to do with it being canceled.
Well,
yeah, and 100%. No, it did. If you go back and watch the video, if you go back and watch the video, I said, listen, because of the ending, because where the setup was, they didn't give us the end, and they did all that shit. If they do not. And they didn't cancel season 2 because they never signed them up for a season 2. So I said, if they don't greenlight a season 2, then I'm coming back and I'm fucking dogging this show. And here it is. Don't do this dumb shit. Stop it. You're not Arrested fucking Development. You know what I mean? You're not Deadwood. You're none of these fucking things. You didn't even get your shit out the door. Give us at least an episode or 2 out the door. Stop with this fucking horseshit. And don't tell me. And now all that shit about you, Dom, with, oh, well, that was Plagueis. And we don't fucking know because guess what? Canceled. So they never get to say shit. You don't get to say shit if you didn't do shit. You don't get to say shit if you don't do shit.
Lucasfilm pushed for a second season. They already had a writing room and they were reaching out to directors even after season 1 ended.
But you know what?
That's bullshit. That doesn't mean anything.
Disney canceled. They came from up on top.
The top execs canceled it. You know why? The lowest rated finale of any Star Wars series, $180 million. You can't justify that. And
that's not it at all.
That's
never greenlit. The whole thing is no. Once again, you guys are skipping over the one fucking part that you forget. There was never a season 2 on the books.
No,
so
but
none of it matters.
They were pushing.
Who gives a shit? Yeah, guess what? Every week you put in a story of some asshole saying they would play a part in a fucking Star Wars film. They're all pushing for it. Everybody's always pushing for it, dude.
Well, also too I
don't know why it keeps going back to that.
The thing we never went over when we pretty much talked about the finale is Marco's right to a large degree in the fact that when you have, like he brought up Arrested Development, when you have a show like that and you're a third kind of party producing a TV show, you can then go sell it to other network. You cannot go sell Star Wars The Acolyte to another streaming channel or another network. It ain't going to work that way. There's no reviving it. Once the decision's been made not to go forward, it's pretty much fine. You can try to resurrect it with petitions and whatever all you want.
Yeah, all this.
This was not the Snyder cut. Like it
Look, all this has no fucking weight. No matter what you say after this, the one thing is true about this. It was never greenlit for a season fucking 2. And by the way, if you guys want to use the excuse that Disney fucking cut shit, then all the time Dom blames old KK, you better start blaming the Iger for everything. Because if that's how you think it works, then Iger, I guess, just hacks away at fucking everything. I mean, you're saying mystery people.
Iger is. I mean, Iger's making big changes to Disney Plus. We know that.
Yeah. I think
greenlit under
Iger does not run the fucking day-to-day.
No, but he's making decisions on on metrics.
Bro, that's not anywhere close to where he's at.
Well, I think it's come down from the top with Iger that the focus is not just with Star Wars, mind you, with all Disney, is to get a little more off of Disney Plus and a lot more back in the theater.
Yep.
And I think this kind of plays into that, not getting a second season, and the fact that you're not going to, like Dom said, you can say the cost doesn't matter all you want, but the cost does matter because $180 million is basically 1.5 movies they could make.
Yeah,
exactly. At this point. I mean,
but hold on, you could change why the cost doesn't matter is because if they were to greenlight a season 2, they could have renegotiated the budget into season.
Yeah, but how much I don't think that works very well because then your creative team's going to come back and be like, well, we can't do it with this, the budget that you guys want.
Right,
blah, blah,
but that's what they start replacing people where they cancel it after they've greenlit it. My point is they didn't even give it a shot to be greenlit. There's no shot there. It's literally like an actor saying, I want to play fucking John Wick. Well, guess what? I mean, Keanu Reeves already did it. You can't play it. You can't get the bag.
Here's what I think happened in this exchange. I think it was more along the lines of, Lucasfilm probably went to the creative team at Agilite and it's like, we're gonna help you out, boost you for a season 2 a little bit. Because let's face it, they put the stupid Acolyte name out there everywhere. It's freaking stamped on the novels, the comics. Part of the Acolyte or whatever. So Lucasfilm was trying a little bit.
Yeah, they're promoting it.
Yeah, but at the same time, it's the fact that I think it's probably the Lucasfilm higher ups like Kennedy and even Filoni and people like that going to the Disney higher ups and Disney higher ups being like, listen, can you get this done for less amount of money without sacrificing, pretty much quality or whatever.
First off,
that's probably where it is.
First off, how the chart would have to go. After that, you'd have to go over to the streaming service. Then after going over to the streaming service, then you go up to there's a two-part split position in actual entertainment. So, I mean, if that's what you're saying, Disney higher ups, yeah, but like it's not like coming from Iger. It's coming, but also too, once again,
Iger's also pushing for movies.
Also, too, once again, yeah,
we talked about it before. He is pushing for 3 Star Wars movies in an 18-month period. He said that the Disney call. He wants 2 movies in 26 and 1 movie in 27 for Star Wars.
Yeah, I mean, he could give what could have easily happened too, mind you, is the budgets came out right around D23, and guess what? They don't have a budget for any more Disney Plus films. They just don't. They don't have the budget for it anymore. It's going straight to movie and maybe to Lego, which isn't such a bad thing. If they're going to do it on animated,
it's definitely not a bad thing. The only downside,
we're not going to get live action on streaming.
Yeah,
that's another news story here coming up. Yeah,
can definitely.
Oh, so I was right.
Cause a ripple effect to other projects down the road, and they're going to be scared. They're going to be a little scared to do.
No, fuck them. Fuck them, Dom. Fuck them.
No, I don't think that's.
Give an ending to a show, because you never know what's going to happen tomorrow. We saw that shit happen with Balin dying. You know what I mean? We've seen it 100 times. This new wave of people who grew up in the era of, once again, I hate to bring it back there, but the Arrested Development people, like all these shows, there's like 20 shows in the late 90s, early 2000s that died, and then years later got petitioned to resurrect them, and they resurrected them, right? It had happened a bunch. Most of these writers and producers grew up in that era. That's what they were watching, and they were part of these revisions to like just leave it open-ended because we'll go out there and talk to the fans and we'll get them to petition. That shit's done. And stop it. You shouldn't be writing for that anyways.
A lot of that occurred because they were really hungry for content at that time, so they were reviving a lot of the old stuff. Now it's, again, like we said, it's not so much the case. If you're looking to get back into the theater, you're doing less of that than you are more of it. So,
the difference between this show and Andor. Andor, the viewership was low in Andor, but the ending, the story had layers to it. Which
Andor had 2 seasons.
It had 2 seasons. I'm talking about the story itself. When you have 3rd-string characters in the show having a really good story, this didn't have the story that it could have had. There was no layers. It was just put out there. Osha was good. Freaking May was bad. May became good. Osha became bad.
What are you talking?
I don't know.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Andor's viewership bounced back too.
Yeah, it did bounce back, but
it bounced back as it ended.
It's still a little. It's still
started slow too.
It's still lower. Yeah. It's still higher than the Acolyte, but it was still low compared to.
I don't know if Andor would have gotten a second.
Once again, hold on, Andor. Hold on. You guys are forgetting stuff already. Andor was already penned in to have 3 seasons.
5 seasons.
5.
What? No. Was it
and
5?
And then they changed it to 5. Yeah.
Okay. They were already penned in to have 5 seasons. That's what I'm telling you. This was not. Stop acting like you guys. When you hey, hold on, Dom. You take a bite out of a fucking apple, then you go over and take a bite out of a piece of lettuce, and you're like, "This shit's the same." This shit's not the same. It's not the fucking same.
No, I'm not saying it's the same. I'm just saying the fact is that there's a lot of factors why it didn't get the second season, and they wanted the second season.
One is they were never penned for a second season, and you said they were, and Wayseeker said they were.
You know what?
They were never
I might have said they were, but you know what? At the end of the day, it's based on the show. If the show would have did well,
I don't think it is. I think that they have been planning. Once again, you guys have said it, but you guys just won't just stick on it. They have been going to
saying guys for
not you, JJ. Sorry, excluding JJ. You guys, except for JJ, have been saying it. They are JJ, you did this too. They're moving their focus towards the movies. I think, and I'm pretty sure because Wayseeker just said he's going to have an article on it, which I didn't read, but they're moving away from live action on streaming. It's going to be animation based, and then all their live action is going to be movie based.
Yep.
So it doesn't matter. That's why this never had a season 2 because they had already planned it. They'd already planned to do this. Skeleton Crew is going to be 1 fucking season.
There you go. Skeleton Crew is presented as a limited series.
There we go.
It's
like I'm a psychic, bro. It's like I'm fucking like
a lot of these shows were planned on Disney Plus to go into a movie after they show go into a movie.
No, they weren't.
No, they weren't. That's not what it was. No.
One show turned out that way, but it wasn't planned.
Most of them was so that they could get content because they had very few had very little content on the streaming service, and they thought that adding live action, much like Netflix, was going to increase their subscription base, and it turned out not to happen.
When we talked about us having a season 2, I pointed out the very obvious thing in the fact that the only things that have gotten renewed, besides Andor, which was greenlit for 2 from the start, so it wasn't really renewed, it was just planned that way. The only thing that has gotten actually renewed, if you want to call it that, has been a Dave Filoni series.
Yeah,
where he's either been the main producer of it or main director, writer, and producer.
And he just happens to be. And he just happens to be the head of. He just happens to be the head.
It's not like it's that hard of a shot.
And he also
streaming. He just happens to be the head of streaming for Star Wars.
But against Marco's point, Acolyte had a chance at season 2. They didn't label it as a limited series. If Acolyte would have been amazing viewership wise, they would have greenlit a second season.
But the same thing happened with Obi-Wan. At first, they didn't really label it that way, so most people didn't think it was that way, and then it turned out that way.
No, so I don't think and
Obi-Wan had people pushing for a season 2 too. Obi-Wan the director pushed for it.
Were both better, higher. No. The Boba Fett ending, the finale of Boba Fett had a really good high viewership. So it does. It depends.
That was
horrible. Horrible viewership. Horrible.
Acolyte, Obi, and Boba Fett. That Book of Boba Fett was by far the worst shit we've seen. The worst shit we've seen.
Listen, I'm still trying to find out what the problem was from his return in Mando season 2 to who friggin' greenlit that show to be that way. Somebody sabotaged that
guys.
show.
I think the narrative of what we've been saying, but they have never Obi-Wan, Book of Boba Fett, Skeleton Crew, Acolyte, none of them. The only one who had been greenlit before it came out was Andor to have multiple seasons. Same thing with actually Mando did too, because after Mando season 1, there was already greenlit for season 2.
Hey,
those are the only 2 shows. So not every show is getting no matter how good the rating is. Every show's not getting 20 seasons. And that's where I think you might be right. If it costs $160 million, can you do it for $40 million? Guess what? You're not going to get greenlit. Because they just, if they're going to take the budget is only X. Go to one of their boring ass board meetings. Like that was somebody in the chat the other day said something about Disney where they're like, oh, look at Disney's price. It went down. No, somebody tried a hostile takeover So they swamped in and tried to buy a bunch of stock. And when they fucked up and Iger won and they didn't get the hostile takeover, they dumped a bunch of stock. That's how that works. But there still is a budget line, and they start to initiate again. They're giving people dividends. That means your overall cash spend is going to be less. That means your budgets for projects like this are going to be fucking less. So where are you going to put the money? If you're trying to go back into the theaters, because remember, 2001, they're trying to make a move just as this is hitting. They don't know there's ever going to be theaters again.
Yeah, I know.
They just don't. So they took those budgets, they put it into this. The budgets aren't there anymore, man.
No,
so we're not going to get it.
Animated series should be a main focus on Disney Plus. Really good animated series. They should do something.
Hopefully.
So here we go. Here's the other thing that we already talked about. Rumors coming out from high representative like Deadline and some other places where they said they haven't, they've heard from sources within Disney, but not from Disney's mouth. So I don't want to say that.
Sure.
There are no new upcoming live action shows for Star Wars. So that's going to be, that's the reality. So I think it's right. I think the budget, you can't do live action for the budget that Disney wants to do budget stuff. I think they do. They want to cut these budgets films significantly, and you just can't with the sci-fi. You can't do Star Wars cheap. You just can't.
It's not just that, but like you have to see how the environment's changing in streaming. You right now have got like big conglomerates trying to team up, and you have smaller outfits putting injunctions from allowing the bigger conglomerates to like share content. Like that has to be thought of as, hey guys, streaming as a whole might not be a long-term solution. If we can't determine on how we're going to license out our products that show up on streaming, why would we make streaming products? I'm looking at you, Fubu. Why would we be making streaming products so they can use it? Like, it doesn't make any sense. If you're telling us we can't come together and make something that is economically smart and share it, nobody had a problem when Hulu was ran by four different, like the top four, right? Or top three. What was it? It was Fox, CBS, and
Fox and
ABC. Disney, ABC.
Right? ABC,
yeah, whatever. Nobody had a problem with that.
Disney.
Nobody had a problem with that.
Yeah.
But then all of a sudden, because they bought Fox. But then all of a sudden, now when we have other ones going, shoot, that was the right method. We shouldn't have got away with it. And they go back and try to redo this thing. Now all of a sudden, other startups are having a problem with that. And that is just, I'm telling you, these big people will just say, guess what? We're going to the movies because you can't get our stuff from it. If we go, you can't do broadcasting if you get it from the movies. You'll have to pay the licensing fee.
Well, I actually think if they take their time and write a good story for Disney Plus,
shut up, man.
They could put it out there. And
watch
maybe
this. Hey, Bri, you see this? Watch this one. There we go. Bri's revenge.
I don't think you're right, Dom.
Yeah,
I just don't think they have the money. It's a money thing. It's not about how quality it is.
It's a money thing.
It's not a money thing.
Look, doing too many shows, too many ideas. You concentrate on one thing and you put it out there, and then you animate it. Look, and then you concentrate on the movies. The movies are going to be like they said, they want to put 3 movies out in the next 2 years.
Yeah.
Make the movies quality. If they come out quality movies and they make a good buck.
You say that but like, hold on. Dom, this is the problem. No matter, they could put out the fucking cat's meow and how it has happened and the content that you consume. There's going to be people who don't watch it, who aren't Star Wars fans and know shit all about it, who are going to then do the same shit. Like, was Acolyte the greatest thing? It wasn't, especially considering they didn't do an ending, right? And now we have the cancellation. Was it as bad as people made it out to be? Wasn't that either. You know what I mean? So whatever movie comes out, no matter what it is, it's going to get shit on. You cannot take ratings anymore. You just can't for what it is. And as far as you're saying, counting the streaming numbers, I will tell you, I don't give a shit what anybody says. Believe me when I'm telling you, they cannot convert it over. They do not have the proper numbers for it. They cannot keep the stats like they used to. Even when they used to do, ComScore can't do it. There's no way they could translate the actual viewership. They cannot do it. there's too much stuff being mirrored. There's too much other stuff. They know this. And throughout the industry, they are behind closed doors admitting that is a problem. So when you're saying the least viewed thing, that means about as much as a fart in the wind. Now, I'm not saying that it's not a top viewed as a top program. I'm not saying it's the top program I've reviewed. I know for sure, in my opinion, it's not. But I am telling you that they are the industry as a whole. We're not doing Marco shit. I'm breaking out of that real quickly. I am telling you, as somebody who knows, the industry as a whole is having a very hard time trying to, one, monetize the number, trying to, two, figure out even what the number is. They cannot calculate the number, and they no longer are using, because they thought they had accurate tracking, and it has turned out that they don't, and they can no longer use the Nielsen ratings, which was just a random fucking guess anyways, because they can't go back to a system of random guessing on numbers and extrapolating that when they've told people we can use subscription numbers, we can use this, we can use that, and they don't even know the devices that things are on anymore. They cannot count eyes. So like all that stuff is great in a traditional sense, but they don't have it. They don't have the technology to do that. So they can move away from this, get into a movie situation. Tickets are tickets. You're going to get that shit bootlegged anyways, but tickets are very easy to track and count. And that's the way they can prove their
Well, you can count a little bit of the success by
you're welcome.
Your increased viewership is typically going to bring increased numbers as far as subscribers and things like that go.
The only problem with that is they have set up so many plus packages now and diluted the subscription base that they can't. Who doesn't have a subscription or a subscription pass somehow? That's just it.
A lot of people, they're not even the number one streaming service.
And you don't know what people are subscribing for.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, you don't know what it's for. Are they going for the new Hulu thing in that bundle? Are they doing it for the ESPN package?
They don't care. They get the money from the subscriber either way.
Right, I know, but if they already have what I'm saying, what Wayseeker's got a point. They don't know what they're subscribing for. Mm-hmm. There isn't just general spikes. That philosophy of like, oh, you're going to have a spike because even Netflix doesn't have the spikes they used to for shows that come out when it's new. They actually have a decrease because they had an increase in subscriberships because they cut the cards and only let one person have an account. So they had it. Yeah, I mean, that's how their increase came. It didn't come because of the show.
Yeah. All right, we'll keep moving forward here. Dave Filoni confirmed, to no one's surprise, I don't know why this is news, but it was, as the co-writer for Mandalorian Grogu movie. So no one's surprised by this. If anybody has anything to say, we can
get our cameos, baby.
I'll be surprised by the end of it if he's not the co-writer, co-director, and then sole producer of it or something.
Okay, well, look, this tells you something. This could be the part one of a trilogy that they're going to.
It doesn't tell you anything.
Why does that tell you that?
No, they're saying that he's writing this, and then he's going to be doing his movie. So there's going to be a third movie. Think about it.
This is his movie. This is his movie. What are you talking about?
To give other movies.
I don't know. No, he's not on any other movie.
Heir to the Empire. He's got to be doing.
That's not a movie. That's a rumor in your head.
That's the movie he's doing.
It's not greenlit in any way. He's not writing it. It's not greenlit.
I don't. Hey, hold on. Slow down. I don't know how. I'm not saying Heir to the Empire. This fucking stupid shit. God damn it, Dom. You ruined it all because, like, I want to get on your side here, but then you say something so stupid I can't get on your side.
Why?
I have no doubt because of how Disney works that they always do trilogies of stuff. They always do trilogies of stuff. I will not co-sign on the Heir to the Empire, but I will tell you, if we're playing the odds of Dave having a trilogy in effect for Mandalorian and the Mandoverse with Grogu, I mean, it's a good bet that there is. It's a bad bet that you say some shit like Heir to the Empire. It's a good bet that you have a Mandoverse trilogy planned out. I would not be surprised.
They don't always do trilogies on stuff.
They even do it in the books.
2 movies in the past 10 years they haven't done a trilogy on. There's no.
Oh, the Seagull spinoffs. You're talking about the Seagull spinoffs?
Yeah.
Yeah, but their major ones have been.
And those aren't sequel spinoffs. They're just spinoffs.
I don't think this is a major one. I think if they're trying to pull out 3 movies in the
I don't know.
18 months, they can't do 3 trilogies from all 3 movies.
What's that?
If they're trying to pull out 3 movies in 18 months, they can't be doing 3 trilogies out of those.
No. I'm talking 3 children. No, hold on. Sorry. This is where, once again, you're taking Dom's thing. No, I'm saying like over the next 15 years, we get three movies to come out.
Could.
They cut off live action.
Dom's problem is the statement of a rumor.
Yeah,
was
no,
created on the internet
no.
as
Well,
fact.
see, that's
what Dom's
yeah.
problem
Once
is.
again, that's not. That's what I'm saying. Like, I agree with Dom on a point, but not the rest of the not the rest of the nonsense. There is precedence for them over the next 10 to 15 years to have a 3-point series off of here, and it does actually make sense because
But this
Dom
is part of a larger series already.
Yeah,
What
but
do
if they're
you
getting
make
away
into a
from
movie
TV,
trilogy?
hold on though. If they're getting away from TV live action,
Yeah, I know.
if they're getting
I
away
mean,
from
they
You'll
could
TV
just
tell
live,
end this.
somehow.
You'll just
It
end
could
this
happen.
story and start a new story. I don't see it.
It could happen. It'll be
Do you
interesting.
know
Also,
the
you're getting ready to
merchandise
see.
now?
You're getting ready to see another movie that's based on the fourth in something, not the trilogy of something. So, I don't believe in they always do trilogies.
hey, David, that's all I can do.
Formula.
David, does he need another timeout? David, how many times did he give you a timeout yesterday? Does he need another one, David? How many?
All right, this one we got a couple more things here. John Williams documentary will be debuting on Disney Plus on November 1st. I mean,
That'd be a good
I'll
watch.
watch it, but I don't. It's just one of those things because I have an add-on for Disney, so that one's coming. We got announced this week. We also got Disney changed their mind on Boba Fett. Sorry, Dom. Was supposed to appear in Mando season 4. He confirmed it at a panel that he was at Fan Expo that Dom was at, but didn't go to the panel because he had to wait.
I was
line all
freaking
day.
exhausted driving like 90 hours to get to freaking goddamn Chicago. I got the picture with him. That's all that matters.
We could have had the news last week because he shared it at Fan
I
Expo.
know. And people
And he
misquoted it.
also said, "I'm
Stop.
not appearing in the movie."
Dom, tell him this. Hey, Wayseeker, you know this is a troll thing, and it doesn't matter what he said.
Dude,
It doesn't.
Dude, I'm gonna be honest.
It's not
with you.
true.
Do
It
you
doesn't matter what he
honestly
says.
Do you honestly think that this man is not going to be in the freaking goddamn Grogu Mandalorian movie?
Yes, I
That
100%
will make
believe
money.
that.
He
100%.
will be in it. He
100%.
Why would that help it
He's
make
gonna be-
money?
No, he has no point to be in the movie. He's not going to be in it. 3 people on this
He's
panel.
part
say,
of the Mandoverse.
Who cares? There's lots
Listen,
of
Doesn't mean he's in everything involved in it.
Cobb Vanth isn't going to be in it. He's in the Mandoverse.
Cobb Vanth is going to be in it too. I guarantee.
This movie's going to suck.
Hey,
Dom.
Dom,
You're going to suck because
Dom,
this movie's
hey,
good.
Dom. Can you just give us your top 10 guarantees in like 6 months so we could just keep track of them? And then and they have to be exact. You can't say like, well, I did say the word
guarantee.
the. You said you guarantee Cobb Vanth is going to be, and we're going to need a subcategory. So the title of the article is going to be Cobb Vanth will be in the Mandalorian movie, and the subcategory will be he will have and you'll have to give us. Oh, he folded. Matt's calling you out, BK. He says you folded, bro. He said you folded. We gotta take it. He's got a wrench. We gotta take his word for it. Okay, what I'm asking you, Dom, is like also too is part 2. Give us your 5 top guarantees. Like this guy's gonna be in the movie, and it can't be You could say cameo, or you could say he's going to have a predominant part. And predominant part means more than a cameo. I just want your guarantees. I don't want like they show his armor in the background and you count that bullshit. I want Tamora Morrison helmet off,
His
kicking
spur,
ass.
like in season 2 or whatever.
Yeah.
I believe him when he said, I was signed up to be in season 4 and I'm not going to be in the movie.
Well, season 4 ain't going to be done. This is it. They're going to.
No, there is no season 4. He even said that. There's no season 4.
The Mando movies are definitely that's all we get. No more. That's it. There's no season 4, no nothing.
And so he's not in
Let me
it.
ask you a question. All right. I'm going to give you a little piece of history advice, Waveseeker. Boba Fett is the second highest selling figure in Star Wars behind Darth Vader. Boba Fett, rocket firing went for $1 million. You put him on screen and you sell the merchandise. Disney.
Hold on. No.
That's sell the merchandise.
Hold on. Time out. You're oh fucking A. I don't really do I have to, okay, I'm gonna let you idiots go at it because I just don't want like that's just the dumbest thing I've heard. Okay, go ahead. Waveseeker. Come back with that. Oh shit.
I mean, Dom, the merchandise is selling no matter what.
Yeah.
And Filoni doesn't care about Boba Fett, and Lucas didn't care about Boba Fett. The people that are in charge of Star Wars, they don't care about Boba Fett. Who cares? It's going to sell. It doesn't matter if he's in it, and they don't care at all about this character because it's not an important character to Star Wars lore.
Whoa! Fucking tone it down, Wasteseeker.
You know what?
Whoa!
You know what?
Shots fired.
I am gonna hunt down Nubs and skin that piece of crap alive. that little piece of blue shit.
Hey, first off, Wayseeker, the fuck is wrong with you? Slow down just for a second. What you said, you could have easily gone with something intellectual like, well, you do know that the prototype, there's very few prototypes that got off, and this one has a toy lore behind it and all that stuff. But you didn't do that, Mr. Pump and Dump. No, you just said some ridiculous shit too that nobody gives a shit about Boba Fett.
It's like a C-list character in Star Wars.
You're an idiot.
No, he's not.
You're not helping the argument at all.
Dude.
No.
He's up there. He's a
in the whole thing of Star Wars. He's like a C-list character.
No, he's not.
Do you smoke crack on the weekends?
I think he does. I think he does.
No, JJ,
he's not a main character though.
Yes,
he's
he,
right.
oh,
he's not.
Yes,
he's
he
not.
is.
He's like a C-list. Says C-list.
No.
Count up
I'm not gonna let you guys
count
do
up his
that.
screen time and tell me.
No,
that he's the main
I'm not saying about.
character in Star
Okay,
Wars
do you
universe.
really want to do it? Because then we can count out all the lore behind him. There, he as a singular entity, there is tons and tons of lore written behind him.
There's
Not
tons of lore
only
behind
not
Lando
only-
too, but I don't think
not,
Lando's
not
the main
only
character.
not only by Legacy and the New Realm too, but also in fan fiction, there's a ton too.
I'm
So
not saying
I,
you
that
don't
doesn't
love
fucking
him.
count.
it'll count.
It's
Yeah,
not-
if he's a top five, dude, that's he's only you said if his
No.
fandom.
No,
Hold
I didn't
on
say
now.
anything about
Hey,
fandom.
hey, you can tell Dom.
I'm saying
Hey,
fans love
Dom,
him.
the shit you
He's not
said is
important.
crazy because saying that you're going to use a prototype that is just a toy one-off, that shit's fucking
That's
crazy.
That's like
But
saying
to say that he's a D-list character,
C,
I
C,
specialize.
C.
Even C, he's not in
That's
C.
a
Let
big-
me tell you something. All kidding aside, if Vader is A plus, Boba Fett is A
You're
minus.
crazy.
He's
Oh.
right there.
He's
right
not
there
A.
behind
He's
Vader.
not A plus. You wait, Dom. You're
And
hurting your
plus, if
fucking.
Vader's A plus.
Who?
He's a Vader.
Oh, Vader. Oh,
Vader's
Vader.
A plus. Yes, we agree with that.
That-
There's
Boba
not even
Fett is
close. They're not even
minus.
in the same
No,
stratosphere.
No. Hold on, Dom. Dom, why are you shooting yourself in the foot? Why? What are we doing, guys? You two idiots just called Boba Fett a C-list character, and this
That's a
idiot
B.
okay, fine, Dom. I'll let you go, JJ. And this idiot just said that he is on the same level as fucking Vader. What is wrong with you guys? Oh, except for you, JJ. You just say me.
JJ
What
thinks
is wrong with the rest of you?
You just
today?
thinks he's a C-list character too.
What is going
might say C-plus.
on?
Listen,
I know we're not doing this.
I love the people in the chat, but they got to stop smoking some of that crazy shit. Plain and simple.
Yeah. Anyway,
Let's move
People,
along.
let me say something. Boba
Becoming
Fett,
he
long
doesn't want to
and
get wrapped up in this.
conversation.
Boba Fett,
Right.
I
Fennec
don't wanna do
Shand,
any of this
Black
stuff.
K, and Cobb Vanth will be in the Mandoverse movie. Guaranteed.
God.
Guaranteed.
this movie's gonna suck. I hope so. Keanu Reeves was considered for Soul's role in The Acolyte, and the franchise reportedly wants him on a future project. Do you want Keanu Reeves in Star Wars?
First off,
That's
who
freaking
even
goddamn,
said this?
What?
Who said that he was considered for a role?
It was Deadline or one of these people said that
Actually,
he was.
they did come out and say, they confirmed it that he was in line for Soul, and that's
He-
why
he
he was
turned it down. He had other projects or whatever.
This definitely he could play. Darth
He's
Revan.
got the.
That's Darth Revan right there.
No, I don't think he'll be. I almost don't think he'll. If he hasn't entered it by now, I don't know that he has any desire to do it and will ever be in it.
I don't think
Yeah.
he has a desire to do it.
I
either.
don't think he's ever gonna. I don't think he gives a shit. He's got
Because he's had the fan base push for him. He's had obviously, I guess now opportunities.
Hold on,
actually
there was
directly
actually
offered
if you
to
got
him.
if you guys remember
So-
back to like when they did episode 1, 2, and 3, there's actually a bigger push for Keanu Reeves to play a part, just any part in Star Wars as a Jedi. There used to be huge mock-ups. The internet probably still has it. And then there was of what's her name to play Ahsoka Tano. So yeah, I don't think he's. I don't, think
he
he's.
wants it. I mean, I'm sure that Lucasfilm can approach him again and again, but I don't think he wants it.
after the Matrix too, he probably doesn't. I mean, he's involved in big franchises like John Wick, but as far as like production spectacles go,
Me
like
too.
costing
Me too. I agree.
$200 million a movie or something, that's not what John Wick is. So like, I think when like he wants to involve himself, I think the Matrix might be kind of put him out on being involved in huge spectacles like that.
And he doesn't care about money. That's another thing about him. He
He
gives
doesn't
away
need
half,
to.
he gives away half of his money anyway. It's not like he needs it for the money. So it's
Thank
Yeah,
you,
he does. This is the other thing. He's got his own comic franchise. He's got his own franchise. I don't. Yeah.
I
He
think
spends his off time playing in a band.
Yeah.
I mean,
And just being the coolest dude ever. Like he's so.
Listen, he could be
He's a very
Revan,
nice guy.
man. That's Revan right there. If ever put Revan on screen, that's
no,
Revan.
we do not need this as Revan. But
Yes, we do.
this one's for
Actually,
JJ. JJ loves this
He's
thing.
Revan. He's too.
that was hilarious.
A German
Probably not the
warship
best.
traveled down the Thames, the river there in London, and
That's
England,
not you.
blasting the Imperial March.
Oh my God, being tone deaf is like
That guy's a bad look in Germany.
you do know. Yeah, you know who they base them on.
Yeah,
Yeah, I know. That's why it was. I mean, it's funny, but like not in a good way. Funny.
How
not
fucking
good.
stupid are you?
it's not
This has
good.
got to be some of the dumbest people. Like they based it off the Nazis. And the Nazis. Hey, do I need to give a history lesson here?
No,
Okay.
No.
What is this?
Why'd you put the strudel here? The strudel shouldn't be here.
this is pretty bad.
This is kind of stupid.
Yeah. So
No, this is not.
this is something Dom would do.
Hey, who's the guy that got fired?
I
Right
would
after
do.
this? Who's
You
the guy
did
that
it.
got
I
fired?
did it.
So the
Dom would have done this. Dom
the
might have got
German-
fired.
The German government released a statement saying that it was not meant to be any kind of statement, and the ship's commander is solely responsible for the use of music or whatever on board a ship.
In other words, he got fired.
so
Oh,
probably the
right.
fucking commander
that guy's
or
getting
demoted or
fired.
something. But
Bro,
yeah.
that guy's getting fired fast, dude. Oh.
All right, we got this Igloo Return of the Jedi cooler for Jabba and Jabba's Palace. Are you picking this one up? $45. You get Max Rebo on it. You get Jabba. You get everything except for Slave Leia. Sorry, Dom.
Yes, they took it off. No Slave Leia, no Boba Fett. I don't want it.
Well, how could they take it off if they never put it on?
So anyway, I like this thing. I think it looks really cool. For $45
kind of
bucks.
reminds me of lunchboxes back in the day.
Yeah.
Did this come with I thought this came with like a thing, a thermos or something.
It does have a thermos. Yeah, there's a thermos that comes with it as well. There's a couple different thermoses.
Where are they gonna sell these?
I just saw them online. I'm sure they're going
Is
to
it like a
everywhere
full-size
else.
We
cooler,
already
or-
we already shilled for that, Matt. We said it like opened up the show with Jesus, Matt. Brian, put him in timeout again.
Is it like a full size cooler? I wonder. Is it like
It's a
like
full-size
lunchbox
cooler. Yeah, it's a full.
No,
size.
it's a lunchbox cooler.
I paid
I
40.
thought it was bigger.
It is a
I
lunchbox?
think it's still bigger.
I don't know which one.
You
Is
got
it?
the Rancor, you got Luke. You
I
got-
You know what I'm talking about. It's
for a
one of the
full
ones
size.
that dropped out. It's got the two buttons on the side,
Like
drops
eight-
over.
Yeah, that
Like
You
one.
eight
fit like
cans or
12
something?
beers in it.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah,
that's
it's
not
bigger
bad.
than a
That's not
lunchbox.
bad.
But yeah,
Yeah.
12
Listen,
like,
let me tell
You
you
gotta
something.
remember,
After
hey,
this-
coolers are different out here. You can't. This ain't a cooler out here.
Yo,
'Cause
Kid
you gotta have
Max
something with
Rebo-
wheels to take all that shit out the lake.
Marco on the lake. This is a lunchbox.
Yeah,
no,
this ain't a
ain't one of
cooler.
those. Ain't one of
This
those.
ain't a cooler. This ain't a cooler.
After Skeleton Crew comes out, Kid Max Rebo Neil is going to be all over merchandise. Don't worry about it.
You should have put it in.
I should have.
You should have put it in.
Next week.
Should have put it in.
All right, we got a one-shot High Republic adventure with 3 covers announced. I can't believe they're doing 3. They never do more than 1 for Dark Horse, it seems like, anymore, but now they're doing
Who's
3.
going to buy this?
I don't
I actually look forward to this one, but hey,
I'll
like
tell
this
you that.
story.
I'll tell you that.
But-
This is probably the worst part about Star Wars Adventures.
But I love the cover C. The cover C is the
Cover C looks
anime
cool.
person who does
Yeah.
like all of the Japanese novels, who does art over
Mhm.
there. This will be their
Yeah,
first.
looks good. That looks good.
This will be their first,
Yeah.
I think, comic cover. So
Five. I think their handle was like 5 health mono or something. But
yeah, right.
very good
yeah.
artist.
Good
You
art.
put the Boba Fett auction in here,
Here's.
which
Make
is
sure you do it. Make sure you do it.
No, you talked about it last
That's
week.
you.
So I
And
did
plus
talk
you
about it last
toys.
week. I never talked about it.
You talked about it. You talked about
No, I
it.
didn't. I talked about it before. Now it's a record breaking over $1 million.
will. It will. It will be 10 years
Is
before this
the-
comes out.
So it's just the cover C, right? It's not an incentive.
I don't think it's an
I don't-
incentive. I hope it is.
I really just don't give a shit about this wedding. Like it like with all the good shit that's going on in this book, like why the fuck do we want a wedding? Any wedding. It doesn't matter. It just is
We
like
get-
I'm not
I think.
I'll be
I
honest,
don't
I'm not
believe
buying
we
this
get. I'm kind of with you. I'm of the belief we get too many like wedding.
They did
specials.
something we're gonna
Star Wars.
cover this week. They did something this week cool as fuck in this book. Sorry, JJ.
Yeah, there
Cool
are
as
some
fuck
really
in
good
this book.
stuff. The book's good.
Yeah, so then we're gonna stop doing the good shit. We're gonna have a fucking wedding. Go ahead, JJ. I'm sorry. I just can't.
No, I agree. I think there's too many like wedding specials in Star Wars. Like, can we have a special based around something other than wedding or life day sometime?
Or Life Day. Fucking
Yeah.
Life Day. Fuck. Nobody cares.
Anyway,
Except for
never
Wayseeker
announced this week.
fakes like he gives a shit. Like nobody cares.
Yo,
I mean, this book is not going to sell well. I
No,
don't
yeah, exactly. So nobody can. So why are we?
Oh, I will say this.
why is this news anyway?
I will say this. Better than a bakery special or the fuck IDW.
Oh yeah,
So
that was
this is
another.
better
No,
than that.
Wayseeker loved that one too.
This is better
Wayseeker
than
before.
that.
Hey guys, for those people that don't know, Wayseeker used to only be in the chat. He gave me so much shit over the bakery special. I was like, get the fuck out of here. That's the stupid shit. Oh, it's the greatest book. I'm buying 100 copies. This is gonna be a seller. There's
this concept is in Star Wars. Still better than that.
Hey, is Wayfair getting paid for liking all this stuff? He's got to be getting paid from Dawkins.
I don't get paid anything for it. No.
Yeah, and hey, Dwayne brought up a very good point. It'll be 10 years before they get this out. They come out with this anyways. Dark Horse can't come out with
doing
shit.
better.
Hey, they accidentally released a book this week.
They did.
They had to pull it out.
Yeah, now they're releasing it too soon. It's like,
That
oh,
was
we're
pretty
gonna
bad.
get it too soon.
That was pretty bad. They released the wrong book digitally. That is pretty
Dark
bad.
Horse, you're
All right.
so stupid.
We got a cool cover for Star Wars Outlaws on this week's the Mitsu magazine. It's done by Okazaki. I really enjoy this cover. You can pick it up online, but the shipping is outrageous. So I'm hoping there's a way to get it.
Order from Japan.
Got to order from Japan. It's like $10, but $35 shipping. So good luck. Pay for that.
I can do cheaper than that, probably.
Yeah. So I love this cover though. And we're going to come up to Outlaws here in a second because Outlaws releases this Friday. It pre-releases for the people that have the gold or whatever on Tuesday night, which will be me. I'll be playing it Tuesday night. JJ thinks I'm a sucker for buying all that.
Yeah, you are.
You want to hear something funny? This was a surprise shock. My wife turned around and told me, she's like, listen, she goes, no, I was thinking, she goes, maybe you should get a game console. I'm like, because we always thought about I never wanted to play video. She goes, maybe you need that to sit there and really sit back and relax and take
I think you would.
Yeah, it'd be good for you, Dom.
Dude, you would. I'll be honest with you. Like, even now, I don't get to shoot people. I don't get 360 shoot people anymore. But the kids make me play. I didn't even know you could do this. You could play multiple people on Minecraft.
Yeah,
I have to do that with the kids.
Kind of fun.
It gets you relaxed a little bit. At least just spend time with somebody. And
so I'm thinking about it. Maybe going into the new year, maybe I'll buy. I'm trying to figure out which one.
Wait for the holiday season.
PlayStation, or
don't get a PlayStation 4 like Marco and
no.
Be like, nobody's gonna buy this game because it's only on PlayStation 5. And nobody has a PlayStation 5.
Hold on. Wayseeker. While Wayseeker's spending for the golden package so he can get a fucking skin of a foreskin up there for some fucking bullshit, dude.
The skin for a tail. You can get a tail now.
Yeah, you get a tail. Yeah, you get a piece of foreskin to put on the little alien pet. Like, oh, nice.
Yeah.
Don't say you didn't do that 2 weeks ago when you're like, nobody.
Hey, Wookiee Fanatic is right.
Nobody can play on their things.
Yeah, that's true. You should make it back.
Look at Wookiee Fanatics.
The last game is still not even out yet on the old systems.
He goes, relax. God will be screaming at the entire time he plays. It's true.
That's good, but let him get him out. Let him get it out.
I agree. I would watch Dom play it online too. That'd be hilarious.
I will tell you. No, he's going to have to get used to whichever controller he uses.
I think it's safe to say this.
PlayStation, what?
I was gonna say, I think I'm safe to say this because it's probably not gonna be our news, but the Bounty Hunter remaster is actually pretty good for an Aspire remaster. So
that's when Dom.
I think Dom would enjoy it.
You played on the Switch, right?
Yeah, you can play it on Switch. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was thinking about one of that too because I played the shit out of Bounty Hunters back in the day, and the Shadows of the Empire. Those are games I played a lot. Back in the day,
they actually improved it to a pretty good degree, and it plays pretty well.
This you can't play on the Switch, right?
No. PC, Xbox Series X, and I
could probably actually play it on this PC because I do have a gaming PC.
And one more release this week. We'll be hopefully releasing it. Marco learned how to read again. It's been a while.
Shut up! Sorry, I'm not gonna drive 35 minutes on my way to get some stupid MAGA.
Sorry, yeah. Marco can't read anymore.
MAGA.
So hopefully he can learn again how to read. BK, right. I'll have to read it for him, most likely. But
all right, so Dom, is there anything you'd like to say while Wayseeker's muted here?
Where the Nameless comes out on Tuesday.
What? Say
no, it's all right. I was just playing with Wayseeker.
I was gonna say you can say a lot.
Yeah, I might read. How is this? This is only like 30 pages, right?
Yeah,
Dom, you can take it with you to get a Switch.
Yeah. I was thinking. So I'm actually trying to figure it out. I'm gonna see what happens when the holiday season
Switches are cheap. Switches are cheap. Because what are the new Xboxes and the new PlayStations cost?
Like 500.
500, and so Switch is like
$275.
Like, what should I get? The PlayStation or the?
So that's what I was gonna tell you. I think the PlayStation, because you haven't used either controller ever. I think the PlayStation for older people, the controller is easier to use. I think than using an Xbox controller. I mean, it even for me to convert over, I had always played. I did everything from PlayStation 1 up, and I had to convert over. Now, I didn't play a lot of. Was it 64? Which was the Nintendo that had the mid-stick controller?
64.
64.
So I didn't play a lot of 64. But the PlayStation was easier to move over from the other consoles, Sega, everything else. Where the Xbox is. What's up?
You got something to add to the?
No, I just looked at the suggestions on the page.
No, they're asking me because Marco was saying about the controller.
Controller, because he's old.
Yeah,
I think
I'm old. Yeah.
I think well, yeah. No, but I mean,
I
myself,
know, it's just funny to say.
he also has hold on. He also hasn't played video games. So, like, I think it's. I haven't played on control, but it's 3-dot up down. It's easier. I just know the format and bulkierness of the Xbox because I think even your triggers are easier on the PlayStation controller. Now, the last PlayStation played on was a 4. So if they changed the controller since then,
I think Dom is the type of gamer that will have to get the rubber cover for and tell him not to aim at the TV when he's
that's the only thing. PlayStation. I will tell you that actually Xbox controllers, although bulkier, are a little bit more durable. Where PlayStation controllers, they break all the damn time. So
My brother. Once in a while when I go to my brother's house, they have PlayStation 5. I would play the NFL games,
that's what I'm saying.
and stuff, and I'll play that. But
Very good.
and that's the thing. Once I get myself focused, the rhythm going, I'm good. Like I said, I haven't played in a long time. Go to an arcade. I love,
But that's what I'm saying. I think that format would be just because of how you can work, how you can work the Xbox. The PlayStation controller. Especially then, you could pop in a sports game. They don't have a lot of sport. The sports games aren't the same on Xbox as it is on PS.
Yeah,
it's just like
Some of them don't even come out.
Yeah.
I want him to play like the Star Wars games because I think the storylines are better. So he's not be so angry.
Yeah, agreed. Yeah, agreed. We agree. Hey, let's be honest. She's talked to me before, and so is your brother. Like, get him calmed down because he goes to these weird. Yeah, and I think it's a great call. I think Giggles. I think probably PlayStation would be the best bet to look into.
All right, starting a Kickstarter or GoFundMe.
GoFundMe.
Get the video game.
I'll ask Matt for some of that money you made over on SNS the other day.
That was crazy.
You were on the show. You get a
that was crazy.
You get a cut. You get a cut. Go tell Kyle and Matt you want your cut.
It was fun though. It was crazy. I had a good time last night on the show. It was hysterical. It was fun.
Make sure you guys do turn in for the 100. We're gonna do 100 over there.
I've never seen a podcast get hit like that before, which was kind of cool.
We're all gonna set up there. Make sure you guys tune in this Saturday. We're all supposed to be stopping by for a little bit.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. All right. We're gonna figure it out. Thank you, hon.
Good to talk to you.
Yeah.
See you in Baltimore.
Bye. Yep. So we've been discussing
It's
that.
nice to have somebody who cares about you, isn't it, though?
You know what? Let me tell you something. The shit that I put her through, and she cares about me that much.
Yeah, she's a rock star.
She's a great
rock star.
She really is.
Absolutely. All right, well, let's move along then. Let's go to comics. Star Wars 49. Holy frick, this thing has to be over. This sucks.
But did we say this last week?
One more.
No, we said it was coming next week.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And I told you I wasn't going to show you any panels, and it turned out to be just as crappy as predicted. But they're going to go save Han. It can't be over. However, Star Wars High Republic Adventures #9. It's actually good. Like, that's why the wedding thing kind of sucks because this book is actually pretty good. They got into the whole family of Tarkin. So they kind of introduced some of these before, but haven't leaked out that they were Tarkins. As you can see early on in the adventures, is that 2? I think it is, where it's Quartz and Quartz.
I think
However, they first identified Kevlin as, like, they show her, but they don't say who she is. She's just in the background. She actually is like, she would be what would she be? Tarkin's great-great-grandmother, maybe?
At least, if not more.
It seems like great-great-grandmother. She ends up having we think, because she's got the Tarkin name, and then they show us the next heir. They mentioned the 2 next heir, Fulham and Virmal. They were a lord and lady. They had twin kids. They also Formal had a brother. So if it works in the traditional way of last name marriage, the old lady had 2 sons, one being this guy that wears this beast thing on his head, and the other one married somebody else, and he
what
was
is he like? Freaking like Hollander? He's wearing the skull on his head. Of the,
he's a big dude, but he's kind of like he's kind of like a jackass, and even the grandma goes like, "Shut up! We're sick of hearing a story of how you got that thing on your head." But we did actually see,
I was gonna say, it sounds like it's in danger of a House of Dragons storyline working out.
So how the Tarkins worked back then is they had like a whole round thing, and they had to like, you had to get certain votes to acknowledge anybody outside of a Tarkin to speak. So yeah, it kind of was a little bit, but they finally revealed, we've seen Sir Van before, and I'll show you where, but they kind of revealed that she was a Tarkin, also that she had her twin brother. It's his first appearance too. So Nevjay, Targa, the guy that's got the teeth on his head, and technically Grandma, it's all 3 of their first appearances in this book. She did have a cameo before that, and Severin actually has a cameo in the first appearance. But they like go through this whole thing with it, and I thought they did a great job of it. It was actually kind of cool. They had the Jedi.
Too. There were some really funny moments with
there's funny moments. It made sense. There's a lot of fighting in it, and we didn't have a wedding.
Is Tarkin's family like inbreed?
Well, maybe it was. Maybe, yeah, you're right. This could have been inbred. They could have also both been Tarkins. They could have been. I was saying in the traditional sense that the name would go through the male, but you're right. They did not explain. It could be a Tarkin marrying a Tarkin. But we do know Jolly Tarkin, who might actually be Nevajez or Sevron's kid, and that Tarkin person has direct links to the Tarkin we all know.
When this is supposed to end?
No.
I think we're going like through 15, I think.
Through 15? This is longer than the previous ones, right?
First one was 15. First one was 15, the second one was 12.
Like 12.
Yeah, it was a good, consequently, it was a good read. Yeah, and it's probably is the little print run.
This was a good book.
All right, next up, just so you know where her first is, over here at number 4, she actually cameos in it, I guess. You see her kind of in the background of a crowd. It's just a person with a mask on. You can't tell it's her. Then you actually see her in 6, and they give her first name. But the rest of these Tarkins are all in this book right here. So there you go. All right. It was really good. Make sure you read it. Try to pick it up and go. Coming next week. This is
with the Sintekis and the Tarkins and all those.
A lot of families now.
Giving historical families, yeah. I like when they do that, man. I think it gives depth to the characters and such. So, can't remember. Dark Horse sucks. Speaking of Dark Horse sucking, we'll get into it in a minute. Dark Horse, this book, Hunting the Echo Stones, was supposed to come out September 24th. They released it for at least almost a day digitally on August 21st.
Wow.
I will tell you, a Darth shows up in this book, and the storyline's actually pretty good. They've pulled it down since digitally, but
they put the right book up after that. Yeah,
what was the right book?
He's actually
Thanos. They didn't put the right one out. They put the wrong one out.
They switched him. This was in the place of what 9 was supposed to be released.
I will tell you very quickly. The guy on the cover is the Sith, and this Sith has been named in another book. We've never seen him before, but he has been named in another book. Actually, a book that got kind of hot. It was the first book that Dark Horse screwed up, if you remember.
Yeah.
So this book might be a little worth getting?
No, but you never know. If somebody's bored and they want to pump something, they might.
Yeah, pump something.
Yeah.
Great speaker.
All right, so next week we've got, who the hell, speaking of shit people, there's 1 in 25s and 1 in 100s for this book. Who?
Nobody.
Who? They went to second print on number. Who's buying this?
No.
I actually kind of like just the bean cover, but
I know, I get that. But I do watch the LCSs and people picking up stuff. Yeah. I watch at shows. I don't see anybody picking this shit up.
You know what it is? I know they were just redoing the shows. They got to do stories outside the show. And I don't know why they don't. Like, Mandalorian. You want to know his past. The Children of the Watch. why he didn't know what
That's
a
why I'm saying they
Jedi
might
was.
give you a try. They might give you a 3-part series.
They just want it. This easy content, dumb. That's the only
Yeah,
reason.
I know.
Yeah, but who's buying it,
only the diehard Rubens of the world,
bro.
You know?
I don't. But no, what I'm telling you is, Dom, get out if you're still allowed. Go to LCSs.
I know.
See where this is being sold. Try to find it being sold. See somebody that has it in their fucking hands.
Yeah.
I cannot. So I don't understand it.
Don't get me wrong. There's some cool covers. I won't, but I understand just, buying, like that's a Bean cover. That's a Bean cover. That's a Bean.
I think
the Hera cover. This Bean cover is the Hera cover. I like the Hera cover. I like.
Okay, I get it, but what the fuck is this? Is a concept art?
I know, but it's just
It's a cool cover.
It's a one text cool cover.
Yeah, it'll be $4, maybe.
If you go out and get this autographed, it's a good.
Oh, hey, you want to know what then? Just give her on a white background. Don't give all the rest of the bullshit on it.
You're right, but it's kind of cool.
And you can put that on any cover.
She writes across the side, and you have the book.
No shot. Yeah, you're right. No shot, Wookie. No shot.
Look, if you make original stories instead of reprinting the actual stories that came out, make original stories. We want to know these other things.
They aren't allowed, as Wookie said.
Well, you go tell little Dave that, buddy.
Yeah, you got enough sway after you write your script. You'll have enough sway to change.
FOC. Now here we go. These books suck, and Dom's gonna be like, I'm gonna be by the one on the left. It's a 125.
I'm gonna buy the Bailey cover.
I don't like that.
The Jedi Johnson cover.
I think it's stupid.
It didn't even.
But it's stupid. Like dude, the 8 cover's on the right. Look at how fucking bad that is.
They don't care.
Woo! They give 0. And what's this concept art again?
I actually like that cover. That's the cover.
No, you don't. Dom, you do not.
I actually like that. I want to see a figure come out. I want to make a figure of this.
I actually think it's good art necessarily, but it's
cool. I like it.
I hate that it's on like one of the dumbest moments of the show.
Yeah,
it's so dumb. Cool that it's not dumb.
No, it's not cool. There's nothing cool about this cover at all.
Why? I'm just saying. I like the blue. The blue is great. I like that. Just me.
All right. Hey, we did get 2 cards for the people that are still doing this. We got Sing, which I actually like, and it's a single red, which I like playing. What? You don't like it? You don't like it?
No, I just don't get why like your Twilights of the Republic set previews are basically cards we probably should have had last.
Yeah, we should have had last. Yeah, we should.
I just don't get why they're previewing what they're previewing, but
I don't either. And we don't need any more green black. Get out of here. So that's it. That's how we got. Let's move next into. Do we want to do canceled stuff, JJ?
Whatever you guys want to do, we can do that.
All right. Wayseeker.
All right.
Okay, so we're back with part 3 of canceled projects. I think you guys are going to like this one. Marco, especially, he doesn't have to come back now, but part 2. And Dom, you're going to like part 1 of this. I think a lot. Yeah. Anyways, real quick, we'll go over the rules for inclusion. Can be from a Star Wars project from any medium, so you name it. It has to have been something in development and some work done at some level, whether that's like a script draft, an outline, story pages done on a comic, storyboards, whatever. 3, it cannot be any official news of it existing in the past year. For that, we'll just say 2024. And then 4, someone has to have, or someone has to have officially declared it dead. Whether the person involved in the project or someone at Disney/Lucasfilm. So, Dom will enjoy this one because this is kind of what his story for his movie is in a way. Battle of the Sith Lords, which is a very interesting story behind this video game. So it was actually set up in October 2010 as a game to be released for the Wii U, the PS3, and the Xbox 360. Redfly Studios, who was the developer, was originally just given the green light to go with the name of the game is Battle of the Sith Lords, Do What You Want. They decided they were going to try to build it on like the Force Unleashed engine, the same engine that did that kind of ragdoll physics. You could throw people, do all that kinds of stuff. They had a meeting with George Lucas in 2010. That kind of helped them form the story. Originally, they were just going to do something based on Maul. And then Lucas came in and said, Maul is, interesting, but I would, I always had this idea that Maul would be paired with Talon, and they were like, well, George, that doesn't work because Maul's not alive at any point where Talon's alive. And George Lucas, of course, changed the story real quick to be like, well, then it could be a Maul clone or a Maul descendant or something. So they ran with that. They said, all right, we'll do a game with like a Maul clone or descendant, kind of teaming up with Talon to, all these missions to do the dark side things. They even put some demo and development gameplay together. Did some light work on it, but by June 2011, Lucasfilm said, you're on indefinite hold, and pretty much just stopped communicating with them. Like just kind of dropped them out of the blue in a hat. Wouldn't even pay for any more development or work to be done. Came out about 2015. Red Fly said that Lucasfilm had scrapped the project, and it's actually part of a deal which gave exclusivity to EA games, which Star Wars gamers hated for about a half decade. Actually, a little bit more than a half decade.
The whole time.
Yeah. There was very few good things, at least until the very end, produced under EA games.
I have seen some play on the game that people had some of the demo of what the game could have been about, and I have seen the artwork. The artwork to this, it is friggin' badass. The art to this, there was a crazy ass Sith. There was some crazy shit. This was gonna be a violent game.
My notes here.
Yeah, and I would have loved this game. This game would have probably sold a lot of units, man. It would have probably made it.
I don't know. The system was outdated at the time.
I know, but it just really had that feel of, the game, that type of game that you take the player and you like the Force Unleashed. Like you take a Star
It's not a good game. It's not a good game.
So when they ran with the idea, they said it was going to be like Talon and Maul team up to fight Crate. Which sounds familiar from Doc's story a little bit. Yep. And then, but it would also introduce a whole bunch of Sith Lords. I had their names written down here. I'm trying to find them notes. But they were going to introduce a whole bunch of new Sith Lords people I hadn't heard of before. Crate was going to be redesigned to kind of be more like, I guess, a little bit like Grievous, androidy, cybernetic type character.
Dude,
so there's a lot of interesting concepts, but.
Was Maul going to get it on with what's her name, Talia, in this one?
It was changed to be a descendant of Maul or a clone of Maul down the road. But yeah,
we don't need either of those things.
Yeah.
Yo, shut up!
This game is so dumb to me.
Shut up!
Hold on. I'll be honest with you, A-Seeker. If somebody wants to do this as fan fiction, I got a couple. Let me see what I got laying around. Let me see what. I got a couple $100 I'll be willing to put on this as an investment. If somebody wants to do that, because I know there's Spanker Vision people like Dom that would like die over this. Atala and Maul, like,
are you gonna watch? Are you gonna be? You're only trying to make money on it. You don't actually want the project. For yourself.
No. I'm not gonna watch that dog shit. But I want to make money off idiots. Yes.
I want the concept art to this. I'm
telling you. That's what I'm telling you.
I want
one very interesting thing when they were designing the concept of it is the studio head gave an interview in I think 2020 in which he said they released some unforeseen footage, and one of the main story details they're going to do to explain Maul's history would be to include the depiction of Darth Plagueis' death at the hands of Darth Sidious.
How does that mean?
So you would have actually seen that. Well, it would have been Maul's background. That was before they were doing a Maul game, and then they changed it after they met with Lucas.
But still,
that idea came about before. Well, yeah, because Maul would have been Sidious's apprentice
after like decades.
So you would have got some of Sidious's thing too. But
this sounds like a Dom story that makes no sense.
Dude, listen, Wayseeker, you sound like a man freaking possessed by nubs. Please be quiet.
Tom, what does that even mean? Tom, your insults are horrible. Your insults are fucking horrible.
Okay,
they're horrible.
I'm trying to be polite.
No, just tell him that he's jealous because in his dreams he knows that he would like to have two blue bears making out. So what's the difference between that and Maul and Talia making out? Like, it's not.
Why would you want a Care Bear? Why would you want a Care Bear where you can have this? Come on.
This is Dom loves
a little bit better. I
guess. This also involved another one of Dom's plot points, in that one of the locations they designed was a spaceport planet
I saw the
Hey,
concept.
hey,
art.
hold on.
I'm not even done yet.
Go, JJ. Go. Dom, let JJ go.
Was going to be is a spaceport planet that was going to be run by the Black Sun.
Oh,
Cartel.
Jesus. That's good. It's
See what I
over for
mean?
him. Hey, that's it. This is Dom. This is Dom's home. Hey, can I ask a question, JJ? Was it going to be a love triangle between Maul and Oppress? And then
I don't know that I have much Oppress in it because again, it was changed to be by the time they teamed him, teamed Maul with Talon. It wasn't really Maul; it was a Maul clone or descendant.
Well, who's the guy in the bottom right corner then?
Clone or descendant of Maul. Well, that's Oppressed, yeah. But this was a concept art they created like at the very start.
And look, and they got the friggin' Mandalorians. Come on, man! This should be fucking badass, man.
This is just putting things together that make no sense.
No,
this is some shit. This is a thumbnail I made before. That's what that shit is.
Listen, Wave Seeker, this didn't happen because of people like you.
That's fine. People are smart and realize this makes them
smart.
George Lucas has no clue. He's like, yeah, just put a story with Maul and Talon. They're like, oh, that doesn't work because of the timeline. Oh, it doesn't. I'll just make it be a clone.
Make a clone. I'll tell you.
This had everything Dom loves in one story. I'll be honest with you. There were bounty hunters too. But
I'll tell you, like, I hate the clone thing. I can't do the clone thing, bro.
I got to do the clone. You have to do the clone thing, man. That's part of the Star Wars. It's about the clones.
No.
Yep.
Well, I would be surprised. So they came away with the idea of a descendant or a clone. I'd be surprised if they actually made it a clone for the sole fact of like Force Unleashed 2, which is kind of what this was scheduled to be like the next game after that as far as popularity goes, was like a weird clone storyline that kind of tanked the story for that game. Not a lot of people liked that. So I don't, they probably would have strayed away from cloning a little bit, maybe, I would think. But
I don't know. I don't think they're smart enough. These are just people putting names
together. Putting names to things.
Make a novel, make a book, make a comic book, do something.
No, it makes no sense.
No, you don't want all that. You don't want all that.
Don't forget, it was simply created by them saying, by Lucas Arts going, we want a game title, Battle of the Sith Lords, and then Red Fly being like, what the hell? Make something based on Maul.
Well, I mean, I do think they should just do like, why not venture off into this genre? You don't have to make it canon.
Oh, totally agree.
Just do a subgenre.
Oh,
dude, you know how many, like I love fans. I was just over there cleaning up a little bit and I found 4 more fansies. I love fansies. One of the things that has always been in fansies are weirdos catered towards Dom and doing these weird like triangle. That's why the triangle relationship thing came up. Triangle relationship thing, and even including in Star Wars fansies, like they would have weird stuff, like what happened when Leia hooked up with Luke and Han. Like it's been something in the culture forever. So like, I don't know, man.
Yeah, glad this one got canceled. Sorry, Dom.
I don't know. I'd fund it. Your ROI is going to be amazing.
You don't make money, but you dub. You wouldn't play it. You wouldn't play it. No. Fuck no. Don't waste my time. I already played Leisure Suit Larry back in the fucking 80s. I get the gist of it, right? I get it. Yeah, got it.
Leisure Suit Larry. Okay.
What was that bad reference?
No, that was great.
It's a deep cut there.
Well, I mean, sometimes you gotta. All right, give Dom what he wants. All right, let's go, Dom. Stop looking up for Talia porn. All right, next. What's our next thing?
The next one, Marco, you're gonna have strong opinions on.
Okay. Oh shit. Nope.
So it is the Shadow of Vader comic. So we've kind of talked about this before. I'm not going to go into the whole Chuck Wendig thing. Like, I'll let Marco do that if he wants to. But to give you the basics of it, it was announced in New York Comic Con 2018 for a January 29 release, which would have been about 5 months or so, I think, after the Comic Con. I think Comic Con was like early October or something. It was designed to be a 5-part anthology series. Let me grab my notes here because there were some really cool concepts to it. But so Wendig had wrote 3 full issues at least.
Yeah.
And outlined all 5. And then he came to say, or I should say Marvel came up and said, you're fired. Basically like a month later, not even a month later, a few weeks after the announcement, I think, in like early November. And then they announced shortly after that, like a week later, that the project was going to be canceled. And of course, as we know from mini
They
Marco
replaced it
rants.
with the worst.
They replaced it with, at least in the lineup, not necessarily with story, but in the lineup, they replaced it with Dark Visions, which was pretty awful, which was a Vader-centric mini released in 2019.
So like the thing with the Wevish Bog and everything else was going to be this, like they had made a puppet out of some of the stuff, and it was going to have way bigger plays because he had already been doing good stuff with the with what's it called, Battlefronts, and there was a lot of stuff that he was going to play off of, and it was going to be like the stuff sounded cool. It was going to be a little bit edgier. They sounded more like realistic people and more like space war, like Star Wars type stuff. And Vader was supposed to the Shadow of Vader were people that were in it was supposed to be good.
So I wrote down what he said. He said at Comic-Con in 2018.
Yeah.
He kind of gave a quick synopsis or whatever you want to call it of each issue. So first issue is going to be kind of like an homage to Friday the 13th. I don't think he means that literally. Think more like Scary Vader, like Rogue One Vader, entrance Vader. Mm-hmm. Let's see. Second issue was going to involve kind of Wilro Hood, who was an Empire Strikes Back character, like a background that character was going to tell a story from his point of view. The third issue was going to be a morgue attendant who was the attendant after the Death Star battle, or the attendant on the Death Star battle station for the morgue. The fourth issue was going to be about Acolytes of the Beyond, which is a concept from Aftermath, one of Marco's favorite stories. Yep. And then the fifth issue was going to be about a New Republic pilot whose parents were killed by Vader, and he was out for revenge and joining the Resistance only after learning about it from Leia's father, Bail Organa.
Now, here's the thing, though. Like, all those stories, they did modify later on through stuff. Like, some of that stuff showed up in the Vader run previous to this, the 2020, this actual Vader run, 2020 run. Some of the stuff showed up in the Soul Star Wars stuff after he got fired. Like, it wasn't the exact same thing, but they had done outlines of some of that. That
they reused a little bit of like the Acolytes Beyond stuff. They reused a little bit of
different Shadows of the Sith.
I think the most interesting thing would have been like the morgue attendant on the Battlestar or the Death Star.
The morgue, yeah.
After the battle.
They did actually after that do the girlfriend on the Battlestar or on the Death Star that falls in love with Vader.
Yeah.
The stalker.
That was weird.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't know, man. I bet you it would have been good, but whatever.
Also, I would have liked the story about the New Republic pilot, which they kind of did in a way, although it wasn't really tied to Vader. But they did that in a different concept too, in a way. So I don't know. I think it would have been a very good thing. I think it would have been better than we got in Dark Visions. But all a comic series that we will never see again.
Thank you.
He's in timeout. Get out of here with that book. That book is the fucking biggest piece. That's the downfall of Vader.
You get this great blue guy. You know how much I like blue guys.
That dude, literally, this is the turning point when Vader just starts sucking. It really is. It's the last. It's the downfall of Vader. All right, what's next?
Dom, any opinions on this one?
No, well, I know
you like Vader.
Definitely was intriguing before it got canceled. The concept, knowing to get. And Marco's not going to like it, but I didn't mind the shadows of the Dark Visions of Vader. I thought it was a pretty cool series. I kind of liked it, but at the end of the day, this story would have been much better.
It's going to earn you a suspension.
I'm sorry, but I liked it.
Hey, you gotta go with what you like, right?
It's because of that we got the 2020 series. I mean, it directly played into.
Well, I think you would have the 2020 series anyways. Whether or not you would have gotten this,
it wasn't as good. Yeah, we won't get his quality. So I mean, Vader riding around on a fucking horse is like the stupidest shit I've ever heard. So
Space
congratulations.
Horse. It was clearly Space Horse.
Space Horse. So congratulations. You like a fucking series.
Come on, everybody riding a horse these days, man. You're gonna have Venom riding a horse in the new Venom.
That fucking shield is still part of Vader to this day. It's one of the parts where everybody sees it and goes, "What the fuck is that?" And I have to remind them.
I'm surprised they haven't come out with a toy yet. The Black
Captain
Series.
Darkseid.
Because they know it's dumb, Dom. They know it's dumb.
It's so dumb. All right, what's next?
So this, again, to kind of cheer us up, I guess, at the end of these canceled projects, I include a resurrected segment.
Okay, yes.
The Did You Know, which I think actually most people know this one. I didn't really reach real deep for it. But one Star Wars story was a concept that was actually emerged from a canceled TV show, one of Dom's favorites. It was a script, one of many, written for Star Wars Underworld that they kind of pulled a lot of the concepts, even some of the characters' concepts from, and reused as the film. So,
Two tubes.
Yep.
That's how you get two tubes.
Yep. Good old Bethel 2 tubes and some other things.
I like two tubes.
So there's always hope that you'll see these. I think it's something Star Wars is going to do fairly often, or even when there's a canceled project. Like we said, there's going to be elements where you see, or layers or whatever you call it, kind of built back into new projects.
Yeah, that's nice. I like that. Yeah, as long as they don't do what they do with acolytes. All right, cool. Now let's get on to the biggest pump and dump portion of this show. Wayseekers Pump and Dump.
Oh,
All right.
It's not that bad.
What are we calling this now? The choosing for the index?
Yes, this is for the index. Yeah, we're trying to pick the top 5, move on in the bottom
Aren't
5.
these the same books as last week? These are the same books as last week.
Canceled. What?
You didn't load in new books.
Yeah, I did.
No, you didn't.
I did too. I did.
We need the Jeopardy.
Let me get out of here so I can see it, because I can't do 2 things at once on here. What are you talking about? You don't have the overlays? These are new.
I don't know where those are, Wayseeker. What
They're
room are you
in the
in?
brand.
There you go. That's one right there.
What room are you in?
What's that?
We're in the dark side.
Technical
In the dark
difficulties.
Well, I don't know, dude. JJ, could you check yours? Yeah, these are what I got, buddy.
Those are the ones that you were putting out.
Those are it. Those are the right ones, right?
Nope, these were last week's.
No.
I got all of them in here for me, so I can't do both, but I'll try to do both. We'll figure it out.
Hold on. Let me figure something. Hold on. I'll be right back.
I think because you got in here before me, I don't know. Maybe that had something to do with it.
I see him. I can do it, I guess.
You have them?
Yeah, I think so. I just want to pick one at random.
We'll wait for
I don't know. Am I the guy that moves them, or are you the guy that moves them? Oh, now I see something different. Something just changed. Hang on. I had them. Now they're gone. Did he change something?
I don't know. Mark will be back in a second.
I don't know what the hell he's doing.
All right, I'm back.
Those were the right ones. I don't know what he's talking about. Those are not.
I don't know what he's talking about either. I don't know why his is messing up, because JJ has the right ones. JJ can run if you can't.
Yeah. Nope.
Well, now I can't.
I got the
change
right
it.
ones now. That's what it was.
There now. I
It was
can.
in the room before. Yeah, I can got it. Yeah, I got it.
You want to pick
I got
one?
the roads. No, I got
I'm
them.
just gonna pick one. You got them? Okay.
Yeah, there we go. We're gonna start off 2008, the fan club book. Go ahead, Wayseeker.
Yeah, this is the 2008. This fan club, as you mentioned. Give me 1 second to get back set up. So this one's only came out if you were a Star Wars Insider subscriber and you had your yearly subscription. This was a thank you. This was the first time they did this, and it was done through the Star Wars shop, which is what actually ran in the Insiders before the new company that took them over now. And so these ones aren't that rare, but it is pretty rare to find them in decent grade, just because they were not given to mainly comic collectors. They were given to magazine collectors. And so be interesting to see. I love
Not
this
really
one.
comics, right? They're
What?
I don't think they're
They're actual comics. They
Are
are
they?
actual. Yeah, they're actual comics.
What's
They
the
tell-
guts?
They tell you this one is actually a unique story. The other one is a retelling of part of Star Wars Tales, one of the stories.
Okay.
So this one is actually its own unique comic story that you can only find here. And it might have been a comic that was in the Star Wars, or something in the Insider, and they kind of comicked it out. I don't exactly know about that one. I don't actually have this one. I have the other one. So
I got this right now I think it's cool because I think it crosses over a lot of cool shit.
Yeah. Also, wraparound. Is it wraparound?
Yeah,
it's
it
a
is.
wraparound cover. Yep.
I actually have it up at 2.
It is hard to find in high grade.
I really like this one.
Yep. This one is one of my higher ones.
Is it a foil? It's not a foil cover, right?
No.
No.
No. Just a regular.
Nope.
It's
just-
thin too. I think
It's
isn't
just it's a mini. It's not a full
it?
comic.
Like 16
Yeah.
pages or something.
So
I do. I think it's got a lot of good things going for it. I think it's rarity. It's different. They don't do it anymore. It's
Is that
almost a
Dark
meal
Talon
away.
on the cover?
It's like everybody on the cover, dude.
I don't know, Dark
Everybody.
Talon right here in front. Yeah.
Yeah. But
Just a little bit.
yeah, I don't know. I'm with you guys. Unique cover, rare, unique inside. I don't know. Where I
I have
would
it
put it
at
on this
two.
list,
I'd say 5.
I'm closer to Marco. I'd say like 3 probably. 2. I could even work with 2.
And
I don't
it
know what else
represents
is coming
almost all the
this
series. Like when you pull it out, like all the series main characters are on this
It's like a whole gatefold
Yeah.
cover.
gatefold cover. Yeah,
This one is harder. I think this one's harder to find than the other.
I think it is. I think it's tough.
it is
I
harder
see
to
it more
find.
so.
The other one I have. This one I don't have.
Yeah.
And the other one just is a reprint.
Yes, it
of
is a wraparound. It is a
another
wraparound.
cover. I would put this one at 3, but I'd be fine starting at 2 as well.
Let's start at 2 and let's see where we're going to move it. All right, put it 2. We got votes for 2. All right. Did you put them in any specific order? I can just go down the list.
You can go whatever you want.
Oh fuck!
I mixed them up so you can pick what you want.
Why did you take the picture that's got signatures on it?
Because I couldn't find another one. Sorry.
Really?
Ask.
What?
Yeah, that's not
Just
the best.
ask. Invasions, Revelation, DH 1 to 100. Apparently, fucking signed by Tom Taylor.
These ones are pretty well. These ones are signed more often than not for whatever reason. So there's 1,000 of these.
Because he was at a con and just signing the shit out of them.
No, I think they came out signed to shops, if I remember right. Half of them are signed and half of them are not. They weren't at cons. It was like part of the
Dark Horse 100 initiative or whatever.
initiative. And so this one was. These Dark Horse 100 initiatives were only given to a few stores. A few stores got like almost all of the copies. So it wasn't like a real retail inclusive or whatever you call them, an RI copy.
Yeah.
Not every store would get them. It was just like some of the big stores got a ton of them. So
Dark
kinda
Horse
well.
screwing up comic distribution. I'm shocked at this.
Yeah. And if I do remember right, 500 of them were signed, given to shops, and 500 of them were
Yeah, that
not.
could be it. That could be it.
So
I'm saying 10.
Really?
do you not like this comic at all?
I don't like the cover. I don't like the thing. I mean,
I'm
Invasion
kind of with
Rescues
him.
is-
I don't know. Tim's a little harsh, but I'm definitely not top 5.
Yeah, it's not the
9,
best
8. It doesn't really matter. I
version.
guess.
Yeah, 8, like anywhere.
It's
In
Yeah, I
the-
think 8.
In the not top 5. How about that?
Yeah, for sure. It's not top 5.
And the girl actually looked like Penelope Cruz. If you look at a certain
Yeah.
way.
Does look a little Pirates of the Caribbean next.
I didn't mind this story though, but I did not. This cover's bad.
This
So I put it
cover's-
8.
But is this book hard to find?
Very. So
Yeah, it's really hard to. All these are hard to find. Yeah, they're all.
Yeah,
rare.
well, I mean, there's only 1,000 copies of them. Which
1,000
is
copies
not-
and
yeah.
rare. I mean,
Plus
You're
2,
not gonna
like
find this
people
thing for
didn't really
under
give a
50
shit
or-
about this one.
you're
You
not
know
gonna
what I
find it under for $50 or $60 unless you're really lucky. But
Yeah, I mean, they'd go there and find the to read it, but then it didn't stick around well.
Yeah.
All right. What it was, somebody in the chat's got it. 7. Okay, 7 sounds like a good number to me.
Okay.
7 it is.
7.
Good job, Wookie. All right, next up. Oh,
Were you going big
this
one?
is the mini comic, isn't it?
Oh, which one? I you got to.
The Force Unleashed, the one that came with the game, right?
First-
This one only came with the. This one is the most rare Star Wars comic there is. So this one only came with the game if you bought the game on the Star Wars shop.
The Star Wars shop, yeah.
So
okay.
nobody bought this game on the Star Wars shop because everybody
You
bought
don't
it.
buy video games in Star Wars shop.
No. So this one, there's somebody that keeps track of these. The person that keeps track of them says there's only 16 known copies in the world.
I know 2 people have it.
You do.
Yeah.
This one, not the number
No,
2.
No,
Force Unleashed 2 had its own cover.
well, you know what?
This
I
one.
know one person who has this exact book in their collection.
Well,
Well, there's only one version of it, so
Yeah. this is it.
Put it at number 1.
This
I know
one,
it's never gonna sell. I know we're not gonna see any of these.
I don't
sell
know.
in the
I would put this one at 6 because you're never going to see a sale on it. I love
One. So it doesn't matter. One.
This is
because
my
if we get-
dream.
One, because if we get that sale, it's
But
pop,
it's-
pop off, bro.
but it's
You know-
desired by a lot of people, though. That's the thing.
Yeah,
Like,
it is.
This has got to be number 1.
I mean, the
Sticks
index
might
of it
have
is
this
not built
season.
because it never sells. It's built because
One,
It's something
not
that
even
people
close.
want. People are
One,
going to buy it.
one.
So the cheapest 9.8 on eBay, how much do you think it is?
1,500.
I was surprised there's even a 9.8.
A 9.8, the cheapest 9.8,
$11,000.
11,000.
Oh, that's because they're just asking for.
A raw
that's a
copy
family
sold a
number.
couple years ago for over 4K.
Yeah, in 2001.
Yeah, a couple years ago.
I know, but still,
Yeah, it
you ain't
doesn't
gonna
count.
find this thing because there's only like 16 that is known.
Dom, you think you have this book?
Somebody should offer the guy 4K for the 9.8 and see if he bites.
Yeah, he probably would.
I would be tempted because I really want this comic.
Number one overall.
You want number one?
Put not me. The chat does too, man. Everybody
Chat
wants to
says
do one.
Okay.
One.
We're outvoted.
You're outvoted. Put it at one.
I put one. It's a cool
All right.
comic. I want it.
Dude, I hope one of them sells in the next year.
Also,
want
the only way that comic was made beyond that was actually as a trade. Right?
Dom, type in the private chat who you think owns one of those.
Yeah.
No, type in type in the private chat who you think owns one of those. Private chat on the corner. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Here we go. Next up. Oh, we're going with Dramatic Force exclusives. The Darth Maul. I actually have this.
Yeah, I have it too. I like this cover. To me,
I
these
don't.
are great.
I actually don't like this cover.
I kind of do. I like the mall in like the mall's in like metallic red lettering and stuff.
Yeah.
It
Somebody,
is.
John actually sent me one of these.
To me, this would always be a great Ray Park autograph cover to get. Like if you're gonna get something autographed by Ray Park, just a photo cover with like red marker would be like an amazing.
Is it really? I mean, I know it's got the red lettering on it, but isn't it plain kind of Jade?
Yeah, I mean it's a photo cover, right?
Yeah. 5. Okay. There's got to be something
5,
better.
I see a
6.
This one's going to be one where I think it'd be real close. I don't think it's going to make the top 10, but
Put it in 5 and we'll see.
Yeah, we can put it in 5. I'm fine with that. It's decent.
And we can haggle it later.
Oh.
This one, I want everybody's opinion on it. I kind of dig the cover. I kind of just don't care though.
Which one?
The Star Wars, it's the other one. It's the other fan club, the 2000
Fan Club 2010. I don't like the cover because isn't this just the Tails cover?
Maybe.
It's just done differently.
Yeah, it's a Tails cover with a different trade dress and a little more, I guess, virgin, than the Tails cover is maybe.
Yeah.
I
I don't care for this one personally. I have this one because I want to get both of them, just because I love anything. But
yeah, I got them. I don't know him, so I don't know, but maybe
I would put this one at 8, personally.
We got 6 in chat, not top 5 worthy. I think it's kind of the same. I kind of dig the concept. I just don't care about the book or dig it that much. So I would be 8, 9.
I think 8's pretty appropriate.
Oh wow!
Very
looks like it's moving up to 6. Where would you put this down? Yeah,
Shakespearean.
I actually would put that 6. Where you said 6.
All right, put it at 6.
Actually, you know what? I actually would move. I would move Invasion down to 8, and put it at 7. You got those other books.
That's kind of the split because you got it at 6. I have it at like 7-ish. Yeah. Put it at 7.
You can move them down.
Yeah, move them down. All right. Next up.
At the mall. I'm sorry. I was busy at the mall.
Yeah.
No, I
So it's a dynamic force. It's got red lettering on it.
Autograph, right? It's an autograph.
No.
It's just
some were autograph. Dynamic Forces always has autograph options.
Yeah,
on a lot of their books, but it wasn't autographed necessarily.
I think it's like 6,500, so they weren't like super rare.
Yeah.
There's an autograph copy. Freaking what is it? The one shop, the Boba Fett destruction. He fought his what's his face on the cover. The guy who was imitating him. It was a one shot.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Well, no, you're talking about 45, where the guy's got his armor.
Yeah, because it was a
40.
one shot. Something
Tudo
destruction.
Cast.
What was it called? Something destruction.
Yeah,
Twin engine.
Oh,
Yeah, Twin Engine Destruction. So there was an autograph DF version of that book that is really hard to get. Of that.
It's just an autograph version of the regular book, right?
Yeah, it's an autograph. Yeah.
That one at least is its own cover. Like,
but DF will sell that shit. Yeah.
like some of the
Yeah.
DFs are just the same covers and just autographs. That one has a
Autograph, yeah.
unique cover. So,
All right, moving on to Dark Times.
oh, this one's a hard one to figure out what to do with. It's another one.
You mean
Bad
people, 'cause
story,
people
worst
don't-
cover.
Yeah, because people fucking hate the cover and the insides. Is that why it's hard to figure out what to do?
This is
Ain't
like a
hard to
9
read.
rated.
It's rare and it's expensive.
Yeah, it could be all the rare and expensive you want.
But the Invasion Rescues is rare and expensive too, but I think this is the worst cover and
Yeah,
worst
I think-
story.
Nice.
It is the worst
10.
story.
This is 10. This is by far 10.
10?
I would be surprised if
You
there's
got 9
anything
in chat,
that
so.
you have, unless you put what's its name on it.
This is
10.
probably going to be 10.
Yeah.
I'm kind of with you. This is at best a 9.
Aaron did.
If
I
not,
actually like the story. I think the story was pretty good.
No,
What? No. Get
Dark
out.
Times is bad.
Dom,
the worst-
Dom. Well,
one of
hold
the
on.
worst
No,
Dark
hey,
Horse
let Dom
stories,
say
dude.
it. Yeah,
All
let
right,
Dom say it because the next time he says something, we can be like, yeah, remember when Dom said Dark Times had a really good story? That was not this case.
All right. No.
All right,
That's
Why
good.
did
next
you like
up-
Dark Times, Tom? Why did you like Dark Times?
I just like it the time period. The time period where it took place. You know, it's just it was
Terrible
different
story,
from
though.
no because
Yeah,
you
but
had
it's got. Hey, look at his defense. It's got aliens. They're shooting shit, and I think if I recall correctly, there's some cleavage in it. So like, it's all the shit that Dom likes.
Alien cleavage. Can't go wrong with that.
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, I think it was male alien cleavage, but still, alien cleavage. All right. What do they got? 10, 10, 10. 10's fine. Rare reasons for buying junk. The next book, I actually have to find this book because I'm going to try to get it graded at CGC on site, but I misplaced it. Star Wars.
Ooh.
The
Oh yeah, it's one
DF.
of Marco's favorites.
This
Yeah.
is Marcus' favorite. This is
I
my
know the
favorite.
artwork isn't that great, but it's freaking fantastic.
It's the first cover of Bane. I like the
Yeah.
cover.
Yeah, first cover.
I
of Bane.
still never have liked this cover, to be quite honest.
Yeah.
But I recognize it for its clear significance to Star Wars lore, obviously.
This is my one.
Really?
No.
I'd rather. I think this one is more
I don't know
desirable
covers
and
of it
more
too.
known.
I don't know.
This
I mean,
is,
I like this, but I don't have it.
I think I can, with what we got on the list right now, I can put it at 2 pretty safely because it's something that people are going to want.
I'll be honest with you. I could move 1 out of 1. I can move 2 to 1 and put this at 2. But I mean, top 3, top 5,
You know what?
probably top
I
3.
would put that 2. I'll put this 2.
You put that at 2.
Move,
Always put this
2
at
to
2.
3. Yeah. Put that
Ruben
at
has
2.
it at
3
1.
by
Chad
number 1 also.
He has it at 3. So it sounds like 2 is going to come out. So we're going to
Okay.
move this down.
All right, move it down. Let's put it to 2.
I think. Yeah, I mean, I'm happy with
Oh.
the list before. What we got?
Okay. We
What's
got the
next?
raw sketch for Star Wars 4.
This to me is 10.
This looks like some bullshit that somebody like, hey, remember when you were a kid and you could do the thing where you could take
I
a
think the
pencil,
worst one. I like the
or
worst.
you could take a
raw
pencil and you
sketch.
could just like you take a picture and you'd embroider it on a fucking piece of like see-through paper.
Not,
That's
oh yeah,
Fucking shit looks
yeah,
like
you
shadow
I,
painting or whatever.
I
it's
asked
called.
in chat which one you wanted, and you never responded, so I just picked one.
Oh, you asked me? Sorry.
No, I asked JJ.
He picked the
Which
worst
one
one on
you want?
purpose because he wants to.
No,
tank it.
I thought he picked the. I thought he did show you one. No.
No. Well, he showed one, but he asked. I think he asked which one. I probably didn't respond, but
I asked. You didn't know. You didn't respond.
either which way.
This one is the most. I picked this one because it's the most expensive of the 4. At
Yeah.
20
Well,
bucks.
it's the last. I think it was what.
It's also the biggest piece of dog shit of the 4.
I mean, I don't like these because, for one, they're often mistaken as incentives, and they're not.
No.
2, it's incredibly common. Even 4, which was a little more rare because it was the 4th in this, they're incredibly common. But I will say this: Ross is a known artist, and his sketch work, although Wayseeker picked the worst one of the 4, I think.
I don't know. They're all bad.
There's his sketch work is some of the best sketch work, I think, on covers. But all that said, this is still like an 8, maybe.
This,
Yeah.
I'm a 10. This is worse than Dark Times to me, but that's personal.
No, that's taken maybe a bit too far. But
Yeah. I mean,
the Dark Times cover is basically a sketch too. I can hardly even tell what the fuck's going on in that.
I
But
agree
it's
with
a different
Wookie.
cover, at least.
9.
Nah,
This is the same cover, just the sketch version. At
It's
least that's
the
a
same.
different cover.
I don't know, dude. That's really.
I mean, we got 9 in chat.
That's really bad. 9. Put it at 9. Put it at 9.
It doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
That ugly Dark Times cover.
All right, another gold shiny Star Wars for Infinities.
I actually liked the series.
Yeah, but it's kind of over. It's kind of just mid, right?
I like this one better than the mall.
Yeah. To me, this would probably replace the mall at 5 and maybe kick mall down to 6.
Yeah, I mean, I have this in the 4, 5, 6, so it just depends on what the last book is. And I guess we could move it up. So wherever we put this, I guess it's a good reason to put it at 5 because we can put this at 5. They'll move mall down, and then we'll see what the next book is, and we can either move this up and move the mall up, or we can.
Yeah,
I like the lettering. I like the unique cover for Vader.
Vader's on a tilt. He's on a tilt.
Yeah. No lightsaber.
No, he's a little tipsy. He drank, man. He drank a little bit.
Choking hand.
He's on the wall tilt.
Yeah. I mean, I know Wayseeker got a pretty good image here, but it's brighter in person than it is in this shot. Like in this little dark.
Yeah, and Vader does come out more, but Vader pops more on the.
Yeah. Yep.
All right. Let's see what chat says, but I think it's a 5.
You know, I think
4. 5 and bump all down.
Bump all down. I
think
think
5. What do you got, Dom?
I do like the series. I would leave it at 5. Leave it at 5.
Oh yeah, all right.
The next one's
making the top 5. By the way,
the next one's making top 5.
I was trying to see if we could make more work for Wayseeker because it's making the top 5. I wouldn't personally put it in the top 5, but I know it's making the top 5.
Let's make it top 5.
It's a fucking terrible cover, dude. Like, can we just admit that it's a terrible cover, though? Like, he's not a very good cover.
Your hatred of Filoni is coming out really well right here.
Yeah, well, here we go. It's not a good cover, bro. It isn't.
Like, cover,
it makes the top 5 because of significance, for sure. Yep. But, like, the cover sucks. Can we just say, actually, you know what? Because of that, I want this at 5. I want this at 5 just because there's no way you can't put it at 5. Hold on. Let me explain why. There's no way you can't put this in 5. There really isn't.
It's like saying Team USA doesn't get a medal in basketball.
No. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, like, in this one, we know that it's going to move on because it's like heats, right? So it doesn't matter. We know this one's moving on.
It's a 3.
But to be honest, if we're being honest with ourselves, this is a shit cover.
But it's a better book. It's not just the cover; it's the book. We're doing the whole thing. This is a better book than the other books. Other than
the significance of this book is undeniable, right?
The fan club book doesn't have no significance. Infinities doesn't have significance. I get your cover thing, but
hey, this is what I'm just gonna give you. We get to listen to your bullshit while we put books up in this list. At least it's gonna make the list. But fuck this cover.
You know what? But this book actually, for being 1,000 copies, I've seen this book more than the top 3 books.
Well, because a lot of them rotate through that. People pick it up just to sell it. But
yeah.
You know, like I said, even the Infinity with the Vader on the cover, I have not seen those covers. This cover I have seen in the last couple of cons I went to on the wall. I've seen it.
It's common.
I've seen it in someone's hand in front of me. So I've seen this book a lot, this cover a lot.
Look at that, Dom, making sense. Put it at 5. Right down.
We got a 4 in chat. We got a 4 in chat.
We got 2 5s here though, buddy.
No, Dom didn't give a number. Dom didn't give a number.
That's the most sense Dom's made for a while.
Dom, where do you have it in the number?
I would put it down at 5. I would move Vader up. You know why? Because, like I said, I've seen this book a lot. We got
another 4 in chat. What do you got here, JJ?
JJ, come to the dark side.
To me, it's probably 3 because it's more significant, and I don't think it's any more rare than the fan club book. Even though the fan club book has a far better cover, but
and it's probably rare and probably more rare.
No, the fan club's not as rare. And Jedi versus Sith has 2,500 copies.
When's the last time you
go find 2,500 copies?
They're out there though.
You ain't gonna find it. You'll find 800 of these fucking books.
Hey JJ, when's the last time you saw the top 3 books?
Yeah,
instead of this.
Yeah,
I see a fan club cover pop up every so often.
Yeah, they do. A 4, we got a 4, and a 2 in chat. We got
hey, listen, I'm at cons all the time. You don't see 1 once a year. You might see 2. You might see 3 a couple times a year. But fucking this book you see all
But
the
fan
time.
club cover is not going to be sold as much either. So I mean, you're not going to see like a listing of it or somebody on somebody's wall to sell like you will that. I think a lot more of them exist. They just exist in collections.
It's going in 4 because chat and
No, bullshit. Because Wayseeker's a punk.
You have 2 5s, you have 3 3s, and 2
Lucas
4s.
has
So
3.
how is that going to be a 5? Because you have 1 at 5. Because you're a 5.
Five.
No, you do not win because everybody else except for Dom says above that.
Yeah, no, because Dom gave a very good case. We should reward Dom for making a very logical sound case.
I love
Thank you.
Wayseeker, you should not get a vote because you just say donkey shit all the time. At least Dom was making sense.
Even without my vote,
You literally say the biggest donkey shit I've ever heard. So like at least
my vote
Dom.
didn't sway anything.
No bronze medal for Clone Wars, I guess.
Yeah, I'm surprised. It should be 3, and it is tragedy that you put this thing at 5.
3. It should be 7. Dom brought up a good point about scarcity, not rarity, but scarcity. This is not scarce at all.
Infinities isn't scarce.
The
When the
gold
last time you saw
Yeah.
it?
yeah.
You don't see it all the time. You're a liar. You're a liar.
No, he
Okay,
doesn't even leave the
CC.
house. He can't say he sees it all the time.
Exactly.
He leave
Exactly.
the house to see it.
Infinities
So
is all the time.
The way Dynamic Forces is all mail order for people that don't know. Like you basically ordered from. I don't. Do they actually have a physical shop at that point?
No, but they at one point you could towards the end you could get it direct from Diamond.
You know what?
Did you?
To be honest,
Yeah.
This book does have a lot of significance, but the fact is that the mall and that data cover is more scarce than this book too, because I have not seen those books.
No.
When you go to cons, you
The
look up
mall
the wall.
isn't. The mall.
Well, that's because people aren't picking that book up to sell. The mall's worth
No,
like
the
$30.
mall isn't. Yeah, the mall
It's
isn't.
not.
There's
Dom.
another mall comic too that this is called Jedi Quest. Was it Jedi Quest? Sith Quest. It's the other book.
Yeah. Oh, Jedi
Jedi
Quest.
Quest.
Jedi Quest is a book.
Yeah, the Jedi Quest with the DF.
There's DF
Yeah,
variants. There's lots more DF variants.
Yeah, we only chose a few. There's
You couldn't choose
probably-
all the DF
You could
variants.
have made a whole 10 out of just Dynamic Forces Star Wars.
You could,
No
but
one
that
wants
would
to
be
do that.
that would be kind of and I mean
Well,
JJ
like
JJ
DF
likes-
has got a ton of fucking books.
JJ
Yeah,
likes Mace Windu one. I like that one too. That one's
And there are
that
some
one's
scarce-
good.
scarcity
Jedi
ones.
Council.
One scarce.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, all it is red lettering. It's the same cover in red letters for that one though. Why am I going to
Yeah.
put the same cover? Well, the only thing that's changed is red letters. Like that's great. That's a great dynamic.
It's actually
Not even
better.
a new
It's
cover,
actually
just red
it's
letters.
actually better than what the friggin' Marvel does with their friggin' goddamn variant covers.
It's better than the only one that's better than is Tails because the Tails is the same cover with a white box. That's the only thing that's different with Tails 1 for the Dynamic Forces. You wouldn't even know it's Dynamic Forces except it has a white box instead of a regular box.
First of all,
Okay.
Wayseeker, watch your mouth. It's a children's show.
A white box. That's all I'm saying.
I don't know. I think the top 5 are solid. I wouldn't. choose-
Yeah, I mean they were going
the
to
order. You can argue about the order all day, but I think the top 5
Yeah,
are
yeah.
pretty good.
Yeah, top 5 are going to be the top 5. It's going to be a good. This is a good list.
Yeah.
Wasn't let Wayseeker put fucking invasions in this fucking top 5 because we could shill some books. Wasn't happening, dude. No invasions, revelations. We're not doing that
Two of
garbage.
those. I have 2 of those, unfortunately.
Yeah, I know. Well, they ain't selling today, buddy.
Let's see. I don't invasions.
Do you have any of the top 5?
What?
Do you have any of the top 5?
I have infinities. That's the only one in the top 5 I have.
Oh, well, let's move that one out and put the Darth Maul in.
I
This is the only book you
got
have.
them all too. I got 5, 6, and
I think
8.
you got that one too. But.
I have 7. I have 5, 6, 7, 8.
What's in the boxes behind you, Wayseeker?
5,
Those are
6,
all
7,
the stuff
8.
I'm selling. This stuff is all the stuff is from my PC on the other side.
Oh,
This is all the stuff that's up on
He
the-
already has to sell his mats so that he could
So
buy.
if you watched the show for a long time, people might remember that I was like collecting Dark Horse variants, like as me as I
yeah,
could find.
yeah.
I never grabbed because it was already so expensive and I couldn't find one. There's 2 on here I never grabbed. One is the Clone Wars one because it was too pricey and I didn't want to mess with it. 2 is the Bane one. Even when it was less expensive, I couldn't find a copy of it. It's the one Dynamic Forces Dark Horse variant I have actual trouble finding. You can argue that Infinities and Dark Maul and Jedi Council and Jedi all those are slightly rare, but that is the only one that I've never
Which
could
one?
actually find. The Jedi versus Sith, the Darth Bane cover.
Oh yeah. There's also the one that I just by luck found in that grouping is it 7, the one that's got Mundi on it, and it's full. I think the whole thing is
like a gloss foil kind of.
Yeah, gloss foil.
Mhm.
Yeah, I dumb luckily stumbled onto that one. It's fun to do because some of them aren't. We might do that. We might come up with a list because it's fun to hunt them, and they're going back to not being that expensive anymore, excluding
the couple.
the ones, the couple that we have here.
But they aren't that expensive. Even the ones we have up here, you're like $50. It's not that expensive, except for Jedi vs. Sith, and that one's bonkers. I want one through
get
4.
Good deal on it, though.
I want 1 through 4, but I don't need 4. Like 1 through 3 are my priorities. So
1 I've never found either, obviously. But
which
3
one's
I
1
actually
again?
have. One's the Force Unleashed first one.
Oh, what in the list? Yeah.
that'll be first appearance of Starkiller.
I actually think I have 3 in a box over there. I have 2, have 4, have 5, have 6, have 7. I don't think I have 8 signed. I have 9.
I have 8, 1 signed.
I don't have 10. I don't have 10.
I don't have
That's
10.
fucking stupid.
There's one up there. There's one on eBay right now.
10.
There's one on eBay right now that it always tempts me because it's
JP,
like
what's up, buddy?
185 for a 9.8, and it's just I would need it like 140. I think I'd buy a 9.8 at 140.
Okay.
Just because I want it.
Put out the offer for it.
Yeah, I should.
All right, so that was the show. Cool stuff. Good. We're trying to make new time on this. Make sure you guys tune in. Right, that's all we got. Right,
Dom. So next week, are you doing your story?
I'll do the story.
Oh wait, no, we got Dom's story. We got Dom's
I'll give
story.
the story. I'll give the
No,
story
one
next
paragraph.
week.
We got one paragraph of Dom's story.
Give us a teaser. Give us a teaser.
Give us a teaser.
Okay, a teaser. Here we go. I'll give you the teaser right now.
We got to get. Hey,
So,
Pete,
listen, I know
make
that
us an intro for this.
no, listen, I already know. Like I already know that Marco doesn't like
Hold
clones.
on, Don. I'm gonna give you something as a gift.
Oh no, there's clones.
No, yeah, I'm gonna give you something as a gift. You can use it this time, and then we'll get you a new one after it. We actually have an intro.
Really?
I think. Oh no, we got rid of it. Oh dang. We used to have a Marco story time thing.
I still have it up there.
Where's it?
You're in the wrong room.
Okay.
Switch the room.
I know because I didn't think it was in this one.
It is.
No, not like that. We had a whole intro. We had like a video. Let's see. It wasn't the right room when you moved it. Anyways, we're gonna get his story time here. I just need some place where I can clip it out so that I can tell Pete what I want out of it. So I'm gonna try to figure something. Here we go. We're gonna do that. There we go. That's good, right? That works.
Tales from Dom.
All right, Tales from them. All
Yeah,
right,
so working on some things. All right. So the whole Mara Jade.
hold on. Let's preface this. So Dom has been challenged with writing his own script since he says he could do it so easily and it could be better than anybody else's script. We got the first piece last week, which had Jesus Christ.
Don't even try, Marco.
Listen,
Star Killer Maul, Talion, Luke, R2D2 was there, MJ was there. Who else? There's like 6 other. Oh, Zizor was there. Yeah. Anyways,
World Between Worlds was there. Earth was there.
Earth. Yeah.
Earth.
Yeah. Okay.
The World Between Worlds.
Okay.
Now, so
All right,
Mara
so we're going to
Jade.
chapter 1. Are we going to
No,
open?
I'm just giving you the synopsis.
Okay.
Mara Jade has been training under Darth Talon
Okay.
for a. Well, her name. Well, she's not a Darth. She's Talon. Her name is Talon. Because the word Darth is kind of it's kind of in the shadows, but
It's kind of how they did it with acolytes. Kind of shape.
yeah. So anyway, so make a long story short, that she's been training Mara
You
Jade
might call me a Darth.
after the fall of the Empire.
Okay.
And Luke became the hero to the rebellion, this and that. Mara Jade began to think about, all the time. She did fight Luke in some battles here and there, but now since Luke became like,
Wait, hold on.
this
Time out.
What?
You can't. Once again, you can't do that. You can't add. You cannot
add
pigeonhole stuff into canon. No, like it either could. If there's a time period where nothing happened, but you can't just say she was fighting in battles with him. That
All right,
doesn't make
you know what?
sense.
All right, so she's been training with Talon, but she knows Luke. The whole fact is that she's very intrigued about Luke's of what Luke accomplished by bringing down the Empire and becoming this symbol and this hero type of thing. So she kind of like started to pull away from Talon, which made Talon very jealous. You know, made Talon jump because not only Talon was her friggin' her master, she was also doing the deed with her. So I'm gonna give you that, man. That they were an item.
Fuck is this?
Marco's gonna fund this thing because it will work for his money, but he ain't watching this.
Hey. No. So anyway, so that's why Talon hates Luke. Now
he stole his chick. Wait, we didn't even get to steal the chick.
We didn't even get to that part yet.
No, I'm just saying that. But this is like just a summary of how Luke and Mara Jade get together and how Talon hates Luke because of that and wants, to go after Luke. Hey, look, at the end of the day, the Sith.
No, stop. Not at the end of the day. No, we're going back. Okay, so here's what I got. Tell me if I'm correct with what I heard. Okay.
Right.
So Talon, who could have been or could have been Darth, at this point, it seems like it was a splinter group of the Sith Order, and Talon was part of the splinter group.
Yeah.
And she had an apprentice, not like the rule of two. She just had an apprentice who who also happened to be her lover. Is that what we got? So Talon and MJ lover.
Yeah, they kind of
lover apprentice. Okay. Yeah. They just, things happen. We get it. Okay. And then because they know they feel the forcing of the Force and the shift in the Force when the Emperor died, they heard the stories of Luke, right? And somehow now we don't know how, but MJ got infatuated with Luke.
With Luke, exactly.
The stories got her infatuated with Luke in one way or another. Just maybe not sexually per se, but maybe just like want to see.
She was intrigued by that. This Jedi took down an empire and
intrigued again. Okay, intrigued. Good word. Okay, intrigued. So then, not quite infatuated yet, but like
not yet.
Stories got her a little bit intrigued, but then she got to a point of infatuation and left Tal or whatever. There.
Exactly. She kind of she left her high and dry. Because she was fighting between the dark and the light, but the fact is that Luke.
Oh, okay, there was a battle between dark. So she was kind of like more like, hey, I'm doing this dark side training thing because we're playing the finger game, right?
But she only doing the light side because of the same thing. So really, she has no.
Well, no, she had drive. He said not sexually yet. She was just intrigued because she had heard about the light side. She had never gotten a taste of the light side.
But she doesn't leave until after they become lovers, according to Dom. So
no.
That was when he started getting into the what I'm saying portion. So no, we don't count that. That's what I'm telling you. This is why we got to stop and clarify. So she's intrigued by the light side and lured away by the stories of the light side. Not even just Luke, but the stories of the light side.
Totally makes sense because the light side is so much more powerful and alluring.
Well, she never heard of it before, so she's only seen one side. Happens. This makes sense.
Look, let me tell you something. The whole thing.
Hold on, Dom. Let me defend you real quickly. Wayseeker, shut up.
That never happened in all of Star Wars ever.
But why doesn't it? But why doesn't it? He's got a good point. Why doesn't it?
Look, Luke was just a farm boy. He didn't know better until he became a hero to the rebellion, and that's what brought him back.
I think about this. Yeah, Dom, may I defend you here?
Yeah.
If I may, Wayseeker, you're not thinking it through the lenses of Dom.
No, I don't want to. I can't think that way.
Here's how it goes. Hold on now, Wayseeker. I'm going to mute you. Here's how it goes. If all you've heard is dark side this, dark side that, dark side this, it's like the preacher's daughter. All they hear about is that, and the next thing you know, she's working the pole. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because and that's what it is here. All she's heard is dark. So yeah, it would be very intriguing to see the yin to her yang. So all of a sudden she hears this thing, this great power called lights. Wait a minute, wait, what? And this guy, everywhere I go, they're celebrating this Luke guy who's because of the light side. Well, this light side power sounds interesting. I might want to go check it. Ramschfinger. Isn't that a thing? Ramschfinger?
It's always the other way. It's always the other way.
Well, that's because everybody wants to be good, but no, that's not true. That's not true. That's not true.
Nobody's celebrating Luke in the canon.
Hold on, that's not true, Wasey. Yeah, they were celebrating the rebellion. That's not true.
Everybody wants to be.
Nobody's celebrating Luke.
Everybody wants to be a Jedi in the streets and a Sith in the streets. There you go, man.
Nobody's celebrating Luke in the streets.
Yeah, they are. Yes, he got a medal. Yeah. What are you talking about? People talk about Luke all the time. Yeah. He's restarting the Jedi Order.
Remember, there's things you didn't see.
I love that smile. You're like, no, they're not. I'm going to go with it because I know it's not true.
When the Death Star blew up,
gave himself away completely. Like, I can't tell you because it's total BS.
Yeah, Dom. Wait, Wayseeker, you're talking over Dom, but people had heard of Luke Skywalker. They absolutely had. They had heard he became in canon. Currently, he becomes like almost an urban legend. So no, I understand. Dom, I'm down with that part. You are good up to she decides that she's going to go out on her own and leave Talon high and dry. Okay, so there we go. She's leaving Talon high and dry because she wants to figure out who this Luke character is and what's this big deal with the light side. Got it. Cool. Go ahead. So what's next now?
So now
Wait, Seeker, how dare
when Luke started getting those Force visions and the whispers of the powerful Jedi, of the powerful Force user in Starkiller, Dark Talon, Mara Jade, and Luke, they all got the same type of a flash that is powerful. There's a fucking powerful being that's light years in another fucking place.
It's almost, you know what it is? It's like, Jesus Christ, this is so stupid. It's like, what's her name? Who's the Jedi, the female Jedi, Ava Chris. It's like Ava Chris where she does the mind connect thing.
With the music, it goes, she can
so the whisper is Ava Chris doing a mind connect thing and it connects to the Jedi or to any power user. Okay.
Well, listen. As Starkiller is very powerful.
This explained the worst part of Ava Chris.
Yo,
I tried to bring it in.
Listen, let me finish now.
The Starkiller part is the worst. Dom, you actually were doing okay. This right here is terrible.
Well, I'm sorry, but the whole thing when it comes down to Maul's in a
wait, hold on. Wait. So, okay. Hold on now. Okay, I am. I'm writing stuff down. Okay, I am. Hold on. Now let me check this out. So. I get what you're saying now. So the whisper goes out to all these Force users. The only Force users about Starkiller. This is actually all right. Actually, it's better than I thought it was going to be. Starkiller. Hold on now. So it went out as Starkiller 2. We see Talon. We see MJ. We see Luke. And then all of a sudden, you see Maul.
So Maul is in. Maul is in a tank, a clone, and he wakes. He wakes up. This is how
that's a great shot, though. That's a great shot. So you see the people get it. You see the people, and then all of a sudden you see Maul's eyes open in a tank.
In the other tank.
Okay, in a Baka tank or no? A breeding.
Not a Baka tank. He's in a cloning
Palpatine tank. Palpatine.
One of the tanks that in an unknown area. So this is now
beast because that's what every clone has to have a Zillo beast.
No, shut up. Keep going, Dom. I got this. I get it. Eyes open. That's Maul. All we see is like the upper portion. In a thing, so nothing in the background really, dark and shaded. 2, you see his head, and all of a sudden you get to see it, like Luke's waking up a sweat, going, "Damn it, I had it again!" And all of a sudden, who else had it? And you see that everybody else jump up, and then all of a sudden, eyes pop open.
The yellow eyes of Maul.
Yellow eyes of Maul. Okay, yellow eyes.
So now Mara Jade is hunting for Luke. At the same time, now Talon feels the connection between the clone Maul. And that's how they get together. Because Maul, even though Maul is a clone, he's
why the fuck are they even? Wait, are you saying they get together as a team up, right?
A team, yeah. That's not together. Not hooking up. I'm just talking about getting together.
Okay. I don't. Dom, don't act like that's the most ridiculous thing you'll ever see. Okay. So she feels so the eyes open, and then Tala now. Wakes up in a wet sweat. And you can tell she feels something different.
She feels a
ripple in the force.
There's a whole argument about the premise of like not knowing the light side and being attracted to it just goes out the window when like now she becomes attracted to Maul. That
It's
whole
not
shit.
she's
fell ripple in
attracted
the
to
Force.
Maul. I'm talking about the fact that she's
Not sexually.
Oh,
Why is
it's all
everything
sexual.
sexual with you all the time,
Now,
Wayseeker?
now it's all sexual. It is sexual too, right?
No.
the fucking Mara
He said
Jade thing
no.
down the road. That was all. That was just
Yeah.
Talon and Mara Jade had their thing
They
going,
had a thing.
and now Mara Jade is fascinated with Luke, wants to find Luke, and then Talon.
Yeah,
Gets
see,
the
he's not
connection.
saying fascinated like, hey, bow chick. He's saying fascinated with the power
This is
of the
Dom we're
light side.
talking about. We saw his Instagram stuff from last night. He was talking
I
about
did not, because I don't watch that
That's
show. Make sure you
fascinating.
turn into SNS next week where we're all going to be on.
Yo, SNS was great last night. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's a great show, great time.
I don't know.
Wave Seeker had a figure pop up that one time last night because I was told because they were doing the thing. But anyway, no. So with the Star Killers.
Hold on. So no, wait. Let's bring it back. Wayseeker, stop interrupting here. So
Thank
there's
you.
a ripple of the Force. We've already
ripple of the
seen
Force.
Maul's eyes, and then we see Tallow white, like sweating, waking up, going.
No,
I felt a ripple of the
Talon
Force.
feels the Dark Force connection
Yeah.
with
Ripple of the
with the
Dark
clone-
Force. Ripple. Yeah.
the clone
Somebody
on
woke
Maul.
up. I felt a,
Yeah.
a waking ripple in the
So
Dark
now
Force.
she's gonna hunt for him in the facility where he was, and then he, even though he's a clone, remember he still has the DNA of his original stuff. He remembers some things. He remembers.
Real talk, Marco. How does a clone of Maul do with your, even a clone of Maul? How does that affect your greatest fight scene of Star Wars history?
It's fucking horrible. That's a
That's all I
terrible
wanted
ass
to say.
idea. Yeah, it's terrible.
It's the way you bring back Maul.
You don't need to bring back Maul, but okay.
You
go
don't
ahead.
need to, but it fits for the story. It's good. It's
No,
gonna
it
be-
absolutely does not fit at
it's
all
gonna
for
be
the
good.
fucking story.
It's gonna be
But
good.
I'm letting you go. Once again, I'm letting you go. But no,
I'm
it's
just saying.
fuck. That's
So,
probably
I'm working.
out of all the stuff. No, hold on. Out of all the stuff you've done, this is the biggest dog shit part.
Well,
But
look,
go ahead.
So I worked
Guy's
on
not Star Killer,
the Mara Jade with Luke thing,
Star
and now I
Killer's
worked on
bad.
with the
Star
Talon
Killer's
and
bad.
Darth Maul thing. And
So we're at the point. We're stopping here. Ripple in
Yeah.
the Dark Force.
Yeah.
She is now going to seek out
Maul.
the. Just would you stop saying fucking Maul? She's seeking out the disturbance or whatever.
Yeah.
Which turns out to be Maul waking up.
Maul waking.
Clone Maul,
in a tank.
Clone Maul
Maul
waking up. Okay. Hey, you know what? Look, I think the Maul thing is dog shit. The Star Killer is dog shit. But at least, Wayseeker, before you criticize the man, it's a coherent story so far. He makes sense. I mean, it's dog shit, but like I've seen and read worse stories and heard worse stuff. Like he's throwing in just characters because he can't create an original character. I get that. But he does have effects of. Let's just go back. He has effects of Star Wars here, right? We have Luke, who is currently in thing. He understands that if you were like in a sec, he's got a reasoning. He's got a reason why we've not heard of Mara Jade and why we haven't heard Talon, because they're in a subsect of the Sith thing. We've noticed that there is subsects because they gave us the whole acolyte thing in the Darth Vader books and other stuff too. So he can introduce them through a subsect. That can make sense. The ripple of the Force. We haven't determined why they're getting a ripple of the Force yet, but apparently all Force users are having a ripple in the Force at this point. And then like maybe that was just I don't know where he's going with that.
Well, listen, the whole ripple of the Force with the Force users. We don't.
No,
know
don't
any
say
of the
anything yet,
Force
Dom.
users.
Take some second to think about it. Just don't ruin it.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just saying we don't. Right, it's just focusing on those four characters. Those four characters that are going to be the main
five
point.
technically because they
Five.
see Star Killer in the thing.
Yeah, Star Killer. Well, that's the other part of the story. But right now, that's not going to be until later on because that's something that is going to work on because you have the fucking Vong and you have Star Killer. That's going to be a lot.
No. Okay, hold on though. This is not how in any way story creating. You don't just go like you just keep adding shit.
Okay.
It sounds like you're building a midnight sandwich
My
when you do
big
that. So don't do that
question
anymore.
For you, Dom,
Yes.
is, what's the point of the story?
No, the point of the story is just that you get to have a story by using the cool ass characters. Luke becomes not only a hero to the rebellion, he's going to become great after this. This is going to solidify Luke as the Jedi when it's all said and done. before he goes off on his freaking exile to someplace fucking far, far away.
Okay.
Gonna have a major story. He's gonna wind up defeating the fucking Vong. Starkiller's gonna wind up dying. Luke is gonna become.
Hey, stop! Don't give away the.
I'm just saying. The whole fact is that it's the story. It's a friggin' and the Return of Maul. You have talent. You find out that it's gonna be a lot. It's gonna be a lot.
Hey, Dom, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
You ever sometimes in the middle of the night you're hungry? You go to the fridge. You need some bread, some nice bread, caprese, something like that. And you go in there and you see a little prosciutto, you see a little ham, you see a little turkey, you see a nice provolone, and then there's like a lacy Swiss, and all of a sudden you're just throwing all this shit in the between the two pieces of bread and you're slamming it together. It makes a hell of a good sandwich, right?
It does.
Yeah, that's not how stories work. It seems like that's the route you're going. But we've clarified, at least we've gotten you so far. That's why I think we need to do this in parts, because up till the point where you just did whatever you did 2 seconds ago, you had a pretty clarified story there that actually seems to be going in a
direction. I give you that much. But I just
the other shit he was saying was no direction at all. It was just random meats thrown in with cheeses.
I want a reason for a story. That's the thing I want, Dom. Like,
what's
the reason that we need this story? Because we can all tell Star Wars.
Well, you know what the reason is? That Mara Jade and Luke become a thing.
It's not a reason for the story.
But
no, I don't think you understand the question. No, stop. Rephrase it, Wayseeker. Rephrase it. Don't do that. Rephrase it.
As what?
I don't know. Like, hey, not talking about fantasy, what you like, characters that you want interaction. There has to be an overarching theme for the story, right? What Wayseeker's asking is, what is the overarching thing? Not Mara Jade and Luke hooking up. What's the overall theme for? Just think about it. You don't have to answer it yet. It's late. I get that. Think about it. That's what he's trying to say, right?
When this was supposed to be a quick teaser, and now it's like a 25-minute conversation.
Every time,
yeah.
Now Ruben wants to tell a story. See, this is what the fuck the problem's gonna be. Everybody's gonna be wanting here trying to tell some fucking story.
Now it's better.
I'd like to hear Ruben tell a story too. I mean,
it's better. It's
not. Ruben's shit is just, dude. I've heard Ruben.
I said Dom's story's better. A week later, it's better.
Yeah, his story this week.
I'm just gonna give you a hard time because that's my job.
Yeah,
but
yeah, it's getting
better.
good.
You know what?
We're organizing this.
It's not good. Marco said it's good. That is not a word I would use. It is better.
No, I meant like the process is getting good. Like, I think the stopping.
I think we found out
where to stop him and help ask questions so he can stay focused. I think the biggest problem with Dom is his focus. He's got like ADD or something, and it just he can't stay focused.
If you want to if the reason for the story is to say, I want to show why Luke is the greatest Jedi of all time, that's a reason. That's a reason. I think it's a dumb reason, but that's a reason. I understand that reason. If that's what you want, that's fine. Because we don't have that story in canon.
Well, also too, but he's already talked about the expansion of a new way of how the Force works overall, and how to do subsets of the Sith. He has multiple things there. So if your whole arcing thing is, hey, I think there's been parts of the Force that have not been in canon at this point, have not been examined, that's also a reason for a story.
Absolutely.
And that sounds like what this story is. We're examining stuff in the Force that we have not examined before.
Yep. But I think you need to specify that at some point and keep it focused. And that's the thing that has to drive the story, is your reason for it. And you can add in all this crazy stuff that you want.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And Ruben is next up on this list. I'm just saying, after Ruben, I don't know how many more people in story time. We're not gonna have like Sticks come on and tell a story. We're not gonna have Matt come on and tell. This isn't like every.
Dude, I want Matt to tell a Star Wars story. I kind of want that.
No, I don't. That's not gonna be good. Ruben is probably it, and then after that, we might have to put it into, I don't know, some type of retirement. But good job, Dom. Way to go. I'm happy with that. Speaking of Matt, speaking of Sticks, make sure you guys tune in. We're doing the 100th celebration, episode celebration of SNS this Saturday. Make sure you turn into that. I can't tell you what time it's on, but it's on this channel. So make sure you're subscribed and you've got the bell going on so that you know when that is happening, you will be notified. Okay. Anybody else have anything else? Double JJ, we're not writing any more scripts, right? We're good. I like how you had to disappear while he was doing that. Could you imagine JJ critiquing it? Oh, good Lord. All right. Well, thank you everybody for staying by. We're still, hey, we're 2:15. That's better.
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 Yep.
It's a lot better. All right, guys. You all have a good one. We'll see you later. Good job, Dom. Good job. Basically, you're still a troll. All right.